right. This type of hype only Evo can bring, thanks to each and every one of you. But we're just getting started. We ready, Joe?
I'm not going to make you wait any longer. You ready to roll the video? Let's roll the video.
But you always gotta press me to run up in my face. I'm at the corner of the party feeling different. You're so near me pushing buttons, always thinking that you break. Spinning at me every single second that you kick. I've been trying to block you, it gets fuzzy with the same track. Patch it up, I bet you call me easier than needy. And then you greedy run up and it's just an L, man. You're so vanilla, it's like I wanted 3 out of 5. Skill issue and I'm throwing a strike. Danger, you feel anxious, I feel broken. You should thank me, glad I'm not who you remember. I ain't dead, so let me fly away. I know I'm supposed to be. Feel that lightning hit me twice. I'll let you fall in love for free. You can't lock me down again. Call me basic, call me cheap. They said danger, I was anxious. Now I just believe,
All right. It is time to give a warm welcome to our top 6, starting with Shinku. All right, let's keep the energy up for Tororo! Coming out next for our top 6 is Vermillion! All right, coming out next is Aaron the Mac! Up next, we've got Koji Koko! And to round out our top 6, please welcome Artorius! All right, everyone, one more time, let me hear it for our top 6. All right, you guys, your energy already amazing. It's time to get started. Let's go ahead and send it to our commentators.
Good morning, Las Vegas, and good morning, Skyfarers from around the world. We are here for Granblue Fantasy versus Rising Top 6, 1,377 competitors down to our final 6. I am Viram, and with me is the legend himself, Ebonic Plague. And this is going to be an incredible, incredible start to this EVO 2024 Sunday.
Yes, I could not have asked for a better character spread. We only have one possible repeat character, which might not even be a repeat, depending on what Tororo plays here in this top 6. Could it be Percival? Could it be Siegfried? We're going to find out here very soon. But whatever the case may be, we have the top level of Granblue Fantasy versus Rising, and nothing is going to be short of phenomenal here.
Indeed, indeed. And there's so many interesting stories that we have here, of course, coming from the base game, very dominated by Japan in that top 8, but this finals, we're seeing a lot of American representation, only one Japanese player and only 2 of our initial top 6 seeds here, as we can see. Of course, our first set is going to be Shinku versus Tororo, and then on the other side of winner semis, Vermillion versus Aaron Mack.
Yes, and then over in the loser side, one of them is going to have the privilege of playing both Koji Koko or Artorius, depending. So we're either going to see Shinku or Tororo play Artorius, and then we're either going to see Vermillion or Aaron Mack play Koji Koko, depending on who goes down there. But yes, this is some of the strongest level of play. And one of my favorite stories here is that Gamera, because Gamera is out, we are crowning a completely new EVO champion for Granblue Fantasy versus Rising.
Indeed.
That includes both Vanilla and Rising exhibition tournament that we had last year.
Indeed we are, and what's especially fascinating is the fact that, you know, only Tororo is really part of that old guard. He was the only one out of this group to make top 6 back in the base game, so now we have a brand new, fresh set of players rising up through the ranks in Rising, and they have just been going through strength to strength throughout this bracket.
And honestly, Tororo has always been the bridesmaid except for Cygames Special Cup, right?
Yes.
Except for that one tournament, Tororo has either been 2nd or 3rd over and over. This is the time to change that, and the crowd seems very much behind Tororo going into this.
Yeah, Tororo clearly a man of the people, the man trying to please the crowd and just make use of both Percival and the Siegfried to an incredibly high level. We've been seeing him throughout the bracket, and in fact, he's the only player so far in this bracket that has yet to drop a single game.
Yep, we were talking about a top 24 with my man's Maverick. Maverick and I were talking about how Tororo, honestly, the only person that looked like they couldn't even break a sweat. And we're in Vegas. It's hot out here, man.
It's really hot. Very, very hot. Especially crazy when you consider that he's playing the Lord of Flames himself.
Yes. So that is going to be the question this weekend for Tororo. What matchups are we going to see either Percival or Siegfried, right? And so we already look like we got a hover, and I think you got to be excited about this one, Viram, because it is the Dragon Knight. It is the Lord of Flames. We do have Percival versus Beatrix.
The iconic blue Percival. Now, I know that Tororo has been practicing this matchup against a lot of the Japanese Beatrixes time and time again to feel as comfortable and acquainted with the character as possible. He wants to learn as much as he can, a true student of the game. So let's see how he deals with this here. Our first set of EVO 2024, top 6. Can we make some noise?
All right, so a big thing they're going to be watching out for. Despite the nerfs to Beatrix, this character still does a great amount of damage, still has the ability to get in despite her stubby normals thanks to things like riding free, right? And there's still more moves. It's not just riding free then. So Tororo really is going to have to watch out for that. This character, again, despite the fact that she got nerfed, she's not going anywhere.
Yeah, she's surprisingly good at threatening mid-range thanks to that speed as well as that fantastic 6XL. She also has the big far heavy, but opening strong is Tororo with the far heavy into the Zoraisen.
Yeah, the far heavy has been one of the stories of this character since the game came out, right? Kizzy K said it best. How are you whiffing this button? It's large.
Large and in charge. See the punish from the 6-8, but there's the punish from Tororo again, keeping it right and simple.
Yeah, great spacing right there, too, for Tororo getting away from the sweep of 5H. Yeah, calling for the trauma rise stacks as quickly as possible, right? But remember now, the throw, take out the raging strikes. It's going to go for full damage.
Yeah, probably going to dump all 3. Is this going to be enough to get the KO? Even with the Zoraisen, not quite enough.
But you're in check situation with Tororo having such a big life lead. You're going to have to make the right choice, and that was not the right one, as Tororo with an excellent anti-air off the Dragon Punch there.
Yeah, superb reaction, conditioning the jump right there, and ready with that DP. Tororo looking very comfortable and strong in this first round. He gets the 5.
Yeah, and that was already going to be able to stop the fireball. That was one of the things that they showed earlier, is trying to go for fireball around round start, right, to make their will start going. But yes, you were draining life with that flame carpet on top of you. Oh.
Coming out. The mash coming out from Tororo. This time he has enough resources to get the KO.
Oh no, wait, they don't have meter. Okay, yeah, it's Ryzen still working out.
A very, very clean first game coming out from Tororo, the Japanese first of all.
I mean, you were talking about it, man. Not dropping a single game all the way to top 6, easily looking like the favorite in this whole thing right now. And, well, I mean, to start off the top 6, just solidifying that thought.
Yeah, we are seeing shades of the dominant persona that he adopted back in base game. An incredibly consistent, honestly the paragon of consistency back in base game, and translating that here into Rising. I remember between the past couple of years, you rarely see him place outside of a top 3 of a tournament. So even though you mentioned, of course, that he is kind of the bridesmaid player, he is incredibly consistent within that area.
Yeah, once he gets to these huge stages, right, it feels like this is where Tororo shines. So, I mean, and we're seeing it here, right? He just looks unstoppable right now. Already with the dashing M, but fighting back to Beatrix.
DP coming out, just relieving that pressure immediately. That's first throw landed from Tororo.
Yeah, not something that Tororo has gone to just yet, right? So you're not really thinking about it. And also, you know, wake up DP, right? Not something that Tororo has had to go to. Has been on offense basically the entire time. You don't even think that you have to know the defensive options, and you guess wrong.
Big bait, and there's the flame carpet once again, but the Thunderbirds to relieve that pressure.
Yeah, Thunderbird, another excellent way for Beatrix to get plus range, but not gonna matter as Tororo fighting defensively incredibly well, and already looking like set point here.
Tororo's defense throughout this entire bracket has been one of the shining points of his gameplay, and we're seeing that even in this set. Again, beautiful stuff with the bar heavy into the horizon.
You cannot whiff punish versus this character because he will destroy you for it. The amount of damage that he can get out of the stray hits is very important to note. And Flame Carpet, oh no, just got the hit.
Steel wall, no, too far to get the DP. Once again, Tororo looking so comfortable right now.
It's pretty much playing at the perfect spacing. You have to note the spacing specifically that Tororo is playing at, right? We talked about the stubby normals, but there's the Thunderbird. That's going to allow Beatrix to get in, but fighting right back. There it is, right into the ranging strike, and Tororo taking it utterly clean.
Still has yet to drop a game, advancing all the way to winners finals. Tororo looking emphatically powerful right now.
All right, just unstoppable, honestly. I cannot believe the level of player was saying. I have to, again, go back to the spacing that Tororo showed in that matchup. Tororo was very specifically playing just outside of any button that Beatrix could use, except for maybe Thunderbird, right? Thunderbird was the only thing that was going to be able to go over 5H, and at that point, you might take some plus frames from the Beatrix, but you saw the level of defense, right? You know he can get out of that.
Yep, we knew, especially he was using those Brave counters immediately once Beatrix was able to get in, just Brave countering her away immediately so that he could play that mid-range game that he felt so comfortable with that entire time. Honestly, that whole set felt like shades of the base game where it was very kind of slow, methodical, and that's exactly the kind of game that Percival as a character wants to be playing.
Yes, yes. So that is going to solidify our first person moving to the winners finals. Pretty expected for a lot of people who watch Granblue Fantasy versus Rising here. But, I mean, hey, if you were unaware, now you know, right? And if you're unaware, you know, I just got to plug it a little bit. This game has a free version. You can play with us, too, for completely free. You can play for people who purchase the game. It's got rollback. It's got crossplay. It's excellent.
Yeah, the roster of rotating characters, and honestly, the next rotating characters are going to be influenced by this tournament. So whoever places in top 3, those are the next characters that you're going to see alongside Gran.
Hey, Percival's looking pretty good for that right now, I'm just saying. But yes, so we are going to be going into the PlayStation Tournaments replay to check out some of that immaculate spacing, that immaculate decision-making from Tororo here. As you notice this, I mean, again, whenever Tororo needed to cash out for anything, did so. No hesitation, right? Doesn't matter if it doesn't kill and you don't have Brave points, your opponent's going to do 50% more damage. You know your game plan is 100% strong.
Yeah, he played that incredibly active. We saw he was more than happy to just press in those defensive situations. Didn't allow himself to get frame traps, didn't allow himself to get thrown too much, and just allowed himself to pave the way forward and get that incredible win. The next up, of course, is going to be a really, really exciting set.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. We have one of the ones where I think we're going to get a bit closer into that skill level up next as well. Yeah, so, I mean, oh, they're already sitting down. Okay, so we are going to be having Vermillion versus Aaron DeMac up next, and here is our tale of the tape.
Yeah, Vermillion, of course, NorCal's finest, I would say, has been really, really finding its strength with that 2B, and honestly, probably one of the players that was least expected to make this top 6. Obviously, incredibly strong. We've seen him in a plethora of different online brackets performing, but to make it this far on the biggest stage of Granblue history is an incredible achievement, and I'm sure that he wants to push even farther. Meanwhile, what do we have on Aaron DeMac?
On the other side, Aaron DeMac, a multi-game specialist. We first, I first saw this player in MK, then moving on to Guilty Gear Strive, and had put in on Terra in the Guilty Gear Strive bracket this weekend alone. Now here in Granblue Fantasy versus Rising, and honestly, this is the kind of game for both of these players. It feels like their play styles definitely making, definitely paying off for them, right? They just seem to understand this game, seem to flow this game, and I mean, well, it tells itself because they're both in top 6, obviously, right? And this was probably one of the hardest possible brackets that you could play this game in.
Oh, yes.
So, I mean, if that doesn't tell you, I mean, shoot, if Gamera not making this top 6 doesn't tell you the level of competition, then I don't know what does, because that man is the repeat EVO champion.
Repeat EVO champion, and of course, the EVO Japan 2023 champion. Second place at EVO Japan this year, falling short to rookies. Man, this has been quite the adventure so far.
Everyone is leveling up in this game just to show that the repeat champion and somebody who is placing that highly was unable to make it to this top 6. That shows how much everyone is grinding thanks to the excellent online that we have, thanks to, you know, the regional help that you have. You can talk to your player mates, you know, and everything like that. And now because of that, we are here. And we are picking, yes! Yeah! I'm sorry, that's my...
Someone's winning today.
I'm winning today. It's me!
It's not me. It's definitely Bonnie.
It's me! No. The thing is, you can pick pretty much any theme and I'm winning, so it's fine.
Fair enough, fair enough.
But yes, we are getting into our second game. We are going to solidify who makes it to the other side of Winners Finals to fight Tororo. It is Aaron DeMac. It is Vermillion. Game number 2 of the weekend. Who was the first to ask?
Belial voicing the thoughts of many a fan. All right, Vermillion versus Aaron DeMac, 2B versus Belial, and we're off.
Yes. So, I mean, Belial always been known as one of the terrors of this game, right? Even from release all the way to now has basically stayed a similar power level, and Aaron DeMac going to show that off right now. 2B, character completely new. Everybody has to learn how to fight this character because honestly, she can be a menace.
So Aaron DeMac off to the races, looking incredibly strong at this start. Earlier, he actually set up a situation where he could have potentially gone for the unblockable 2-1-4U. Instead, chooses to keep the meter, and it worked out beautifully. 7 golden letters for Aaron DeMac to start things off.
Just to start things off, too, that's going to send a message. But Vermillion cannot let that get to them. They have to keep that morale up because sometimes these things just happen, right? Indeed. In fighting games, you do just get mollywopped for a game.
There we go. Vermillion now off to a much stronger start, getting the corner conversion, using all that skill, getting a little back.
Yeah, not much of a skill meter left right now, so has to get it back with the throw. Very smart right there. He's going to go for the ultimate skill. Oh, yeah, so tried to brave counter right there, but because it wasn't a normal meaty, wasn't correct. Ultimate Dragon Punch is going to be able to get out.
And that was such a smart decision to go for, to beat out the delayed options. That's something that we've been seeing in terms of the gameplay evolving for this game. Those delayed options to beat out those preemptive VCs and those delayed matches.
Yes, we've seen it a lot in top 24, and no different here in top 6 as the next round then goes to Vermillion. It's starting to go down to the wire here already. And yeah, that is one of the strongest tools in the entire game versus any fireball. 2B is one of the few characters that can even stop Siegfried Flame Wall if you think about it. So, but give Daddy some sugar to get out of the corner here.
Very, very important side switch, gets the counter on the 2M. Gonna build a nice chunk of meter through this combo as Modius. What's the ender here?
Normal double DP ender on this one. Trying to go for the throw with Aaron DeMac, but yeah, you do not want to let the 2B jump as many times. She may be able to float, but that's still in DP race.
And I love how Aaron DeMac is playing offense right now. He's playing it beautifully reactive, not overextending ever. Maintaining this corner control,
unblockable.
Plus frame, and RPS into DP.
Yeah. Unblockable was on the table for a second there, but yeah, goes to the DP because they knew they were going to try to press buttons after the guard trust. Aaron DeMac with the first game.
Very, very explosive rounds between both these players. Honestly, depending on how this set goes out, if Vermillion is able to recapture what he got in that round 2, you could see it set. However, Artorius once again off to a very strong start.
Yeah, and you got to remember, Belial was the original person with the forward advancing crazy normal, right? 2B is maybe be the one who mastered it. Belial invented it.
That he did. All right, goes for the cancels to grab this time. Another throw coming out. Let's see the layers of offense beyond here. Are we going to see any delays?
5Hs. This is where 2B is at her strongest. This is where she shines. Yes. She keeps the opponent here with the 5Hs with the far M's. But the thing is, so well with the patience is Aaron Demac, not pressing a button until that point and then finding the exact right moment to 2M.
Beautiful discipline coming out from Aaron Demac. Gets the anti-air with the fireball and converts. Superb stuff.
That is one of those reactions that is so important in a matchup like this, especially with a character that can float like 2B. You have to be able to stop her approach from the skies.
Those DP reactions have been absolutely crucial to Aaron Demac's success. Now at set point, how is Vermillion going to answer back? We're seeing the rolls now versus the wire.
Fasago!
Fasago, as you mentioned.
Yeah, so the Fasago, that's something that Aaron Demac hasn't shown yet, but you know, you're on set point right now. You can start bringing it all out. But okay, the cancel right there from Vermillion. Remember, she can dash cancel thanks to the fact that she has that unique property.
All right, finally we're getting the Mirage. The DP coming out from Vermillion.
The 5H string just going the whole way. The counter hit, but no full conversion. That's pretty rare, honestly, especially because it was crouching.
That is a bit of a tough link going from 6 spell. Aaron Demac wanted to optimize damage and corner carry, but he's still in a great position here.
Probably going to spend the Skybound at this point, right? Yeah, because now you're going to get your Brave Point back. You're going to take one away, and it's going to be very close to death. I don't think he kills him.
One throw will be more than enough for Aaron Demac to take this. Are we going to see it?
Yep, there it is. Brave counter here for Vermillion Forest. But yeah, you know Aaron Demac has all those Brave points left. Can Brave counter as much as possible. Got the ultimate DP, and Aaron Demac has punched their ticket to winners finals.
Beautiful, beautiful play coming up from Aaron Demac. Honestly, one of the most fantastic things about this player is how he kind of staggers his offense and how he keeps his situations in place such that he can react to what your defensive options are. As you mentioned before, we saw a lot of those DP anti-airs to keep Vermillion pinned in the corner at all times.
Yeah, and I love that you mentioned that the offense was very structured in terms of being able to react to any situation, because that is the mark of somebody who plays multiple games, right? You learn how to handle basically any situation, because every fighting game is just different enough that you can learn any situation in terms of defense, in terms of offense, right? Aaron Demac, multi-game specialist, has got it all figured out, it looks like.
Yeah, he has been doing an absolutely fantastic job, not only in this game, but Guilty Gear Strive as well. You mentioned, of course, MK. It's very, very common to see him in the top brackets of multiple games. Once again, good stuff to Aaron Demac. So our winners finals is set in stone. Tororo versus Aaron Demac, a classic matchup from Granblue. Percival versus Belial.
Yeah, but before we get to that, we have more tournament, and we also have replays brought to you by PlayStation Tournament from this match. We're going to see some of what Aaron Demac brought to the table, what Vermillion attempted to do to stop this beast of a player as well. And I mean, you see it. Now, 2B, normally she thrives on the ability to be able to whiff punish a lot of people, but again, we talked about it earlier, Belial invented that kind of play, right? And so if you can't play your strongest game plan, you have to switch it up. It becomes very, very difficult, as you see here. But, you know, Vermillion able to get a couple licks in with the OS right there, taking that round. And there's that super strong reaction. That was probably one of the points where I was like, Aaron Demac is him.
Yeah, and that's one of those moments where it reminds you just how good Belial's kit as a whole is, how flexible, how versatile the kit is. Using that fireball to be able to actually catch in midair is something that very, very few characters can do. Obviously, you have Siegfried with his massive flaming wall of the Nella Nav, but Belial, of course, one of the characters has always had a very, very strong fireball for a long time.
Yep, well, so that is going to solidify our winners finals, but we will have more Granblue Fantasy versus Rising action here in the top 6 coming up next. Do not go anywhere, because if those matches were any indication, it's only going to get better from here. We'll see you guys in just a minute.
They're the legends of the FGC. The kings, the beasts, the champions. Next year, we celebrate the players that made EVO the most storied tournament in fighting games. Watch the greatest that ever played inducted into the inaugural Hall of Fame. Plus, vote on awards for the best players in the game today. Unbelievable! And celebrate everyone in the community who makes fighting games something so special. Oh my God! The EVO Awards. live from Los Angeles in 2025.
So how would you describe the chicken to someone who had never tasted it?
Literally melt in your mouth tender. We don't have a freezer, you know? It's almost like a farmer's market. When you walk into the restaurant, you should hear the sizzle that you're hearing right now. Just sends all those waves up to your mouth.
You're making me hungry.
Hey gamers, does your room look like this? Tired of having no art on your walls? You need Displate.
Made with high quality metal and customized finishes, with Displate, you can transform your room or office from lifeless walls into a stylish space. Check out the new texture finish. Flat is out. Come feel the difference of that sweet, subtle embossing. Say goodbye to hammers and nails with Displate's magnet lock technology. It never fails. It's as simple as snap and hang. Bang, bang, bang.
Visit Displate.com/Evo and order now. Use the discount code EVO at checkout.
Rated E to M.
PlayStation.
And welcome back, Skyfarers. We are getting focused with Zenny over in the player green room right now. We can check out all the players. We can see one of those people that are up in winners finals right now. I see Aaron DeMack. I spot him right there. There's the Tororo. You can see Koji Koko, whom we're going to see play just a little bit later. This is how they get ready for the top 8.
Indeed, indeed. And you guys at home can save 20% site-wide at zennygaming.com with code EVO24. The glasses they have in store are absolutely fantastic.
Yes, yes, blue blockers. You can get sunglasses. You can get prescription glasses as well. So go ahead and make sure to check out Getting Focused with Zenny over on their website. And you too can, block the blues and make sure you can play for much, much longer.
Indeed, indeed. All right, coming up, of course, the bracket is going to be shown in just a moment. But next up, we will be having our first losers side set.
Yes, it is going to be Artorius coming up. We haven't seen Artorius just yet here in the top 6. A lot of you, if you're watching the top 24, we did see that. Going to be our first Siegfried because Tororo did end up actually going to Percival, right? And yeah, you can see the bracket here now. So Tororo, Aaron DeMack is our winners finals, but what we're moving down to, Shinku, Artorius, and then after this is going to be Vermillion versus Koji Koko.
Indeed. Now, Artorius definitely a player, if you played online or entered any kind of online North American event, you are probably familiar with this guy. He has had so many fantastic results, and you can see the bracket path that he has paved so far. The only loss he's had so far was to Vermillion in winner's side.
Yep, and I personally, as a Siegfried player, I feel like that matchup is super, super difficult, and we may be able to see it again, so we're going to have to see the adjustments from Artorius if they're able to win this match right here. But yes, just like you said, if you play Granblue Fantasy Versus online, you have lost to Artorius because he is one of the most consistent, most winning players in online events that we have, period.
Yes, that he is. Also had a little bit of a stint with Beatrix for a period prior to her nerfs. So definitely very familiar with how this character operates. Siegfried. But he has been playing this tried and true Siegfried that he's been playing from the start of the game this whole way through.
Yep, so we are getting into it. Looks like we have solidified our button checks already. Got to go into it. Here he is. That's my man's right there. Look at him. He's got the helmet on and everything.
Majestic and powerful.
And he wields it with one hand.
A true knight.
Yeah.
He's just built different.
He's built different. Dragon's blood in him.
Beatrix herself, of course, no slouch. Quite the esteemed member of the society, even though she's kind of like the underdog of the group.
Oh, yes, most definitely. But she's got one of the stronger weapons for sure. When it's not broken in the story, that is. But, that's lore. Already with the 2M after the 6-6-7. That is a very common round start from Siegfried. And if it is space, you're not going to punish it. Big damage here.
Big damage indeed. Are we going to see the Mannequin stop? No. Going to keep it nice and simple. Not going to fall for any health.
Yep. And I mean, that honestly makes a lot of sense, right? Because Beatrix can just chunk your life points, so maybe not even trying to give any sort of possibility of loss of life there. Already going to Brave counter right back, keep in the corner, throws a bound.
Yeah, this is a fantastic situation, the chip point situation. Very scary.
That is guaranteed. You actually cannot get out of that without having a Skybound art available. So if you do not have a Skybound art, Siegfried just has you chipped out. It's over.
Yeah, that active frames, the incredibly long active frames of that H2 Saga, the DP is incredible for catching those spots like this.
Yep, able to block the riding through right there. Ooh, caught the jump out, but no full conversion, unfortunately, for Artorius. 6-6-M counter hit. That's going to be full corner carry here.
And again, these throws are so good for Artorius right now.
Yep, punish right there on the H Orchid though, and that's that's the nature of trying to use that move on block, and you will get punished for it. But already fighting back with the 4M.
Oh, beautiful spacing with the 6-6-H. Might have enough to get the KO here. Goes for the full basketball with the RSRC. Links into the Nella Nav, but not enough just yet.
Okay, hold on a minute. Beatrix is not one to be out with the amount of damage output, but she can get chipped out here. And yeah, that is another one of those situations where you think you want to evade the firewall, but it's just not going to be that easy. When Siegfried is at a certain spacing, unfortunately, a lot of the time, you're just forced to block the firewall. Yeah. And in that time, when you're about to get chipped out, I understand trying to evade it, even if he's at that spacing.
He's incredibly good at enforcing those checkmate situations. Both him and his fellow Dragon Knight Percival, really, really terrifying in those chip point situations, thanks to huge fireball presence alongside the big forward advancing special they have.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, aside from Vayne, honestly, that is just the Dragon Knight special, is being able to close out those games. Yeah, all right, so Thunderbolt to be able to finish off this combo here.
Establishing some offense, good tech on the throw.
Just outside of the far H range. Remember, a lot of people have been trying to play out of Beatrix far H range, and for good reason.
6XL. This is going to be quite a lot of damage in the corner. I'm not sure if it builds to 100 meters just yet.
Yeah, it's going to be close if it does. Yeah.
Not quite. Be careful the next hit. Big jump, but a big anti-air.
Oh no, dropping the combo there. And okay, Thunderbolt's still going to be able to catch the throw bait. That's going to be around.
Had to be scared of the potential throw right there.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, especially considering, the life total, right? And the fact that throw hadn't been really an option that they had to worry about on defense. You just think about it. But wow, pressing nothing after plus frames, I guess really worried about the Dragon Punch on wake up.
Once again, lands that nothing is forever, gets the plus frames there.
Ooh, whip punish right there into full conversion. But Ultimate Fireball's going to put you right back into the corner of the throw.
Oh, count hit. There's a conversion.
Remember, Artorius is going for that jab because it is safe against anything except for the Ultimate Dragon Punch. But now you're going to be able to take away BP. You're going to get a lot of damage here. I think it's a sliver of life left.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got to be scared of the potential wake-up option. There's the DP coming out. Now, this actually is not too bad for Artorius as Shinku no longer at 100 meter. The BPs have been burned on both sides.
Yeah, you just go right back because you want to get a little bit of damage. You want to keep that pressure going back. And then jumped into it. There's the chip damage. That is the thing about that fireball. You just cannot seem to jump it. You cannot seem to evade it. It is always present. It is always effervescent.
The great wall of Granblue takes another victim, and now Artorius at set point.
Artorius looking very strong. Even on the defensive, Artorius is starting to be a little bit more offensive, but now starting to bust out, right? I think they're starting to feel the pressure.
Yeah, that Beatrix pressure is very, very scary. Gets clipped by the lights. Gonna build a 100. Not enough damage to get the KO here. We're gonna catch on to SBA nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely go for it, right? Because you're getting rid of an opponent's other chance to guard cancel 3 times. It's only 2 times now, right?
Yep.
No extra damage yet, but it's not going to matter because that 2H is going to connect, and we are 1 apiece right now off the perfect.
Yeah, the 7 golden letters. 1 apiece indeed.
Character selects, yeah. So Artorius has been doing this for a number of matches on stream that I've seen so far, right? Going back to character select, getting that swig of water and taking a moment. You're perfectly allowed this, and honestly, it is encouraged because you do need to be able to keep your mental straight in such a tense situation like this. Again, I'm unfamiliar on if Artorius has been around for a super long time prior to Versus, because this is the first time I had heard of them, right? And so because of that, I don't know if they've ever been on the big stage. I don't know if they have dealt with jitters that come with being an EVO top 6.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar as well, but of course, having your own rituals is incredibly, incredibly important to be able to overcome whatever really stands in your way.
Yep. Looks like they're ready to go, though. Okay, so getting back into it, and wow, the crowd very much behind Artorius. I gotta hear it some more. Let me hear you talk about it. How do you feel about Artorius? There you go. Yeah, yep.
Believe in victory.
Going into it, game number 3 right here. One of these players is unfortunately going to be relegated out on the loss here, and already a very offensive start for Beatrix.
Yeah, big jump of the round start, gets all that corner carry. There's the command grab again.
Got the Delta Clock available. Any hit could lead to good damage. Luckily, Artorius did not get a hit right there, but the dash light.
Crucial to bring out the corner right there.
Oh!
On the DP,
and stole the corner.
Switch, yes, so important as well.
And remember, did not use the EX Orchid for this very reason in that combo. Because they wanted maximum damage, because they wanted a round. And what started out as way too defensive for Artorius, way too scary, has turned into a possible set point.
Beautiful management of the cooldowns as well. Knew that he was going to get the EX Fireball right back in time in order to get the optimized combo right there. Artorius once again at set point.
Yes, Artorius, and even feeling it, you can see the vibes right there on camera. Artorius already Abariing back too. We haven't even seen that as a potential option just yet, but you can tell Artorius feeling it, and now it's all on Beatrix to find a way out of this because this pressure is going to be insane.
Yeah. Artorius looking very, very confident right now. Goes for the Sapphire slash follow-up to create the frame trap situation.
Yep. Yeah, low on the triple attack, catch the run forward right there. Got the Raging Strike, gonna spin it off. Artorius is gonna finish it off, and moving on in the top 6, Artorius with a sigh of relief because damn, that was hard fought.
Indeed, it was beautiful stuff to Artorius, and I think what was so crucial, very similar to what we saw in the Tororo set, was the willingness to just press in those situations when he saw the approach from Beatrix coming through. Those allowed him to get those big mid-screen conversions, carry that momentum forward, and allow him to advance in this top 6 bracket.
Yes. Oh man, the crowd's so hyped for Artorius, man. Yeah, and I mean, it's just such a story, right? So especially because of top 24, I gotta give a shout out to Mav because, you know, he brought this up in top 24. Artorius took a loss in winners that was so hard. You could see the emotion on Artorius' face, but did not let that get to them and has made it through this far into top 6. I mean, that's just insanity. Like, that's such a good story in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, if you've played Rising and you've played it online, you've been competing, you don't really see Artorius as an underdog, but in the context of an event like this, on a stage like this, he is one of the underdogs making his way through the bracket, and it's very exciting to see him progress with that Siegfried. The real polish and finesse he plays with that character is incredibly, incredibly high.
Yes, and thanks to PlayStation Tournaments, we're going to see the progression and the fruits of their labor for Artorius through this match with our PlayStation Tournaments replay here. You guys saw it, not only the spacing, but the whip punish right there. You saw that, right? You had correctly called that out. It's just one of those insane spacing moments. Had all the resources to work it out, and even if it wasn't going to be a kill, had such a life lead, right?
Yeah, incredible, incredible stuff.
Yeah, no, and I mean, that's something you guys are going to see a lot in this top 6, right? Brave counter back, brave counter back, brave counter back. It's just one of the strongest mechanics. You're going to see it, and you better be ready for it.
Yeah, having that counterplay to Brave counter is incredibly important at this level. And being able to play around it, we saw actually before, you know, being able to play around the preemptive Brave counters that people love to do in order to get people off of them.
Yeah.
So crucial in order to be able to get good at this game.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the ways you do that if you're unaware, you know, is maybe you're doing a jump in, right? You don't press a button. You don't give them the chance to block something, because most people know that they have basically a guaranteed Brave counter. It's not exactly guaranteed because, you know, you have things like evade and whatnot, but you have mostly a guaranteed Brave counter as a possibility if on a jump in, right? So you just don't press something. They try to Brave counter in reaction, and they're like, oh, wait, I reacted to something that didn't exist. I've got a Raging Strike, and now I am vulnerable.
Yep. Yeah, the funny thing in those situations when you get those those interactions where the Raging Strike still is able to hit because the attacker went for something a little bit too slow, but you know, we're going off on a bit of a tangent here. Next up are our next players for our next loser side set. We have Vermillion, and of course here's his run. Beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Yeah, this is the person who took down Artorius that we had just seen. So, I mean, you know, you are definitely going to look at it. But I have to mention that they didn't just take down Artorius. They took out Kinari as well.
Kinari and RQ, two of the Japanese powerhouses that made their way to EVO this year. RQ, actually one of the top 4 seeds and one of the strongest Nias in Japan, falling victim to Vermillion's fantastic 2B. But speaking of Nia, we have one of the best.
This is pretty much the Nier to look at, and the only Nier in our top 6. I know Nier has been the story of the game, and there's no refuting this character's power level, but Koji Koko is known far and wide by all of us to be the person who has put in the most work.
Yes.
Despite this character's power level, I genuinely feel that this person could do it versus with any character, and you can see, you know, only lost to Artorius, right? Was just killing everyone outside of that, though.
Yeah, absolutely superb run. Lots and lots of 2-0s all the way up until top 24. Able to overcome the Nia mirror versus RQ. That might not have been a mirror, actually, because RQ also showed a Seox yesterday.
Yeah, it's possible, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I did miss that match due to the fact that, you know, I had other obligations here at EVO this year. But yeah, we are getting it to it. This is loser side. Vermillion versus Koji Koko.
Nia Automata versus Nia Granblue Fantasy. Who is going to come out on top? Vermillion off to a strong start, but no, doesn't actually get the connection there.
Yeah, you know, that's just one of those things where you unfortunately were misspaced by just a little bit, but now you have to deal the jump you pressure. Yeah, it is a 50-50, and I mean, Koji Koko already going to be using the ultimate waltz. Just trying, I mean, you saw the chip damage on ultimate waltz. That thing is insane.
Yeah. One of the most powerful things about Nia is the fact that she's so good at conditioning block, but also deals a ton of chip damage from a lot of her skills.
Yeah, but okay, right there, the OS, right? Right into the Raging Strike, and that's going to give Koji Koko the ability. Remember, one of the reasons why that is so powerful in this game is the fact that when you start running in this game, you cannot immediately stop and block. You have to either use evade and attack or like crossover or something, right? And so because of that, somebody can check your dash with a light very easily.
Once again, off to a great start.
Oh yeah, Misfortune directly into Ominous Turn, yeah.
Yeah, and that's such a powerful thing that Nia has access to. Of course, you want to try to challenge that, get rid of her for those crucial seconds.
Oh,
a huge whiff punish coming out with the 5H.
Yeah, I do not think Koji Koko meant the 2H there, but Vermillion's going to take it all the way to the bank as they get the corner hit here. This is really important for Vermillion. And remember, Vermillion was the person who knocked out 90% of the Niers on the bracket run.
Going for the flow with the J.
Oh,
the single hit confirmed.
Super Skybound Art. Y'all saw Third Strike yesterday. We're seeing it again.
Gets the KO. Just based on the reactions from these two faces, you can see just what happened. Koji Koko taking that first game.
That seemed like it was going to be the hard fought for a moment there. Vermillion had quite the strong pressure after finally being able to get Koji Koko knockdown. But, you know, just because you have super strong offense does not mean you're lacking on the defense either. And Koji Koko showed that in both rounds that they won.
Stuff with the throw. Pressure continues for Koji Koko.
With the dash lines, keeping the pressure going as much as possible. Now, Koji Koko doesn't have access to death for a couple more seconds. Finally back. Yeah, okay, plus frames here. for the H series, and then cancels it. Yeah, so there's about an 8-frame gap there, but you do have to react to it still. So, which is basically impossible if there's 4 or more options present, right?
Yeah, incredibly difficult. We're going to see in the back and forth uses the Haze Death Reverse to burn that extra stock and get the KO with the max power Glug and Tons.
Yes. I didn't know you knew German. Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, my shout outs to the German FGC, making sure that I get those pronunciations correct.
Awesome. Yes. No, I mean, EU putting in a lot of work this weekend here at EVO as well, just saying. But yes, as we go into it, already the push to the corner. The full extension of it, but yeah, nice. Uses evade to be able to get away, and then catches the anti-air with the misfortune.
That was superb awareness from Koji Koko right there. True young man reactions with that anti-air.
Yeah, I mean, Koji Koko being, what, 17 or so? Like,
coming out, goes to the full cancel, gets
was even looking for the Brave counter, but Vermillion delayed it. Very, very good awareness of how near players like to operate in that block string situation. Oh, but the 2-8 right there, full conversion. Thanks to just gonna spend all the meter because this is the easiest way to take your opponent down, and this is the easiest way for you to move on this top 6. Koji Koko gonna be taking it over Vermillion, but Vermillion also having a hell of a run here at EVO 2024 for Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. I know California is proud.
Indeed, they are. Beautiful stuff to both players. Koji Koko, funnily enough, displays age. One of the most well-traveled players in this bracket when it comes to the US talent. Of course, he was at Super Tournament before. He made it all the way to Arc World Tour as well. He's been to EVO Japan, competed there as well. So really, really well-traveled and lots of experience in lots of different places. And that really shows with the level of discipline that comes from his gameplay. He never really overextended at all. And he just played that beautifully throughout.
Yeah, level of discipline on full display here in these PlayStation Tournament replays as well. We can see just, again, we talked about how the offense from near players is basically expected, right?
Yes.
But once Vermillion gets on top of you, 2B is really annoying to deal with in terms of guard shrink pressure. Koji Koko clearly had some of those things scouted because press buttons at the proper time when 2B might try to press a button or when 2B might try to have dash again, right? And just change the tide of battle almost every time on defense. The anti-air was on point, everything. Firing on full cylinders was Koji Koko this game.
Indeed, he was. It's just a testament to how much time, how much effort the young man has been putting into this game. He has hundreds, if not near thousands of hours already in this game. Clearly a passion for it, and that has been displayed in full force as he advances on to loser semis, where he'll be fighting Artorius in that run back.
That's right, yes, the run back. So Artorius is really gonna have to figure something out in terms of that, and we're gonna, give the players some time to figure out their next opponent's play styles, because we do have another break here to go to, but we will be right back with more Top 6 Granblue Fantasy versus Rising action. Do not go anywhere.
Making all of this by hand.
Oh yeah, the avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day.
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
Dude, why'd you put your new rig in the basement?
Didn't you hear? Bill's a good gillionaire now.
Basically, my new connection is so strong I can game anywhere. Check it out. We've got gamer rocker, gamer floaty, gamer couch.
Whoa.
It's got wheels.
Gamer bench, gamer throne, and gamer mower.
What's that?
It's hard to game while walking downstairs.
I get it.
That's smart.
Live like a gagillionaire with low latency everywhere. AT&T Fiber with All-Fi.
Do you want okay FGC merchandise by okay FGC artists? Well, you're in the wrong ad if so, cause here at 10-0, all we got's the best FGC merchandise by the best FGC artists. Just look at all this great merch. You can make this your whole wardrobe. I should know. I have. Our 10-0 merch booth will be open all 3 days at EVO 2024. If you're not here in person, visit us online at merch.10-0.gg. Stuff this cool won't be around for long.
greatest anime fight of all time.
Why would you ask me such a hard question?
I'll do Aizen and Ichigo.
Ken versus Raud to the North Star.
Drumroll, Gaara versus Rock Lee, Naruto. Don't turn your head, I saw what you just did there.
Here's the deal.
Excited.
Oh, yes.
Welcome back to EVO 2024, everybody. And speaking of EVO, of course, the merch here available is also available online at shop.evo.gg. So make sure to grab some of that incredible merch that you've been seeing throughout the weekend.
Yes, I have the pleasure of getting to wear some the previous days. Not wearing some right now. You know, I got my button up. We're on our nice Gucci stuff if you feel me. But yes, there is the crowd. Thank you all in the crowd joining us for these 10 a.m. finals for Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. We love you guys so much. Thank you for being here as we get into more of it. So, winners finals is locked in. Tororo versus Aaron Damac, and losers semifinals, Koji Koko versus Artorius, the runback.
Indeed. We will be having the winners finals first. Tororo versus Aaron Damac, Percival versus Bilal. As I mentioned before, shades of base Granblue, an incredibly iconic matchup, and one that Tororo was incredibly practiced in base game.
Yes. This is the matchup that you had to know if you played base Granblue around the time Bilal came out, because this character was far and away the best at the time. If you didn't know how to fight Bilal, you may as well have gotten out of here. Tororo definitely knows how to fight this character. Aaron Damac as well, you know, not on the path, but this is Tororo's victory path. You have to check out all of the people taken out by Tororo just to get here. Zerom, Diaphone, Kevin Tang, you know. Wow, I didn't even know Guy Man entered. That's awesome.
Indeed. What a run coming out from Tororo, but we cannot, of course, sleep on Aaron Damac. Also having quite the run himself, taking out Ryaza, who was the one who put Gamera in losers earlier, and then taking out Have a Nice Day as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, Aaron Damac, Tororo, I couldn't ask for a better winners finals. If you look at that tail of the tape, right? Like, if you look at that win path, you would be like, yes, this has to be winners finals, basically, because these two put down the giants of this game right now, and we saw it in their play in the previous sets as well. Tororo looking basically unstoppable. Aaron Damac putting on a similar show, honestly. Needed a little adjustment at first, but that's okay, because, you know, sometimes you just need a slow start, and then you cannot be messed with.
All right, moving on to winners finals. Who is going to prevail? The indomitable defense of Tororo or the structured offense of Aaron Damac?
So tale as told as time, a song as old as rhyme. Coming in right there with the TP all ready to start the offense, and you're talking about this offense being structured. Let's see if you can get Tororo scared. Let's see if you can stop Tororo from reacting.
Right, we Excel to get out the corner. Again, Aaron DeMac very proactive and active on his own defense. Wants to keep this corner as long as possible.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to the old guard anime heads. Active defense, always around, always something that you have to be worried about. But nice, 2M counter hit, full conversion here. It's going to be good damage, but mostly the setup is prevalent here because Skybound Art is on deck for Aaron DeMac. So one hit could very well be it, depending on what it is.
Finally goes to the VC, gets some breathing room thanks to that flame carpet as well.
Yeah, the flame carpet forcing Aaron DeMac to pack dash out, right? Because you do not want to take the extra damage the flame carpet is presenting. Using the EX to push Aaron DeMac as far as possible. Recognizing that, yeah, the stacks were on deck, so goes for the dash L. Use it once more, this should do it.
Very, very nice from Aaron DeMac, closing out that first round.
Aaron DeMac first round, excuse me, that is really strong for the morale, right? Because honestly, Tororo, I wasn't even sure how many rounds could be taken off of the entire tournament, and now we're already seeing Aaron DeMac locking in.
Right, huge 6 Excel gets the counter and able to confirm it to the far medium. Now, Tororo, the one with corner control, backs off to get that ideal spacing.
Yeah, trying to stay away from as many of these fireballs as possible, but yeah, Tororo setting up the flame carpet in the absolute best spot. Give Daddy some sugar, ultimate edition.
Yeah, that ultimate Sago coming out. Great decision from Aaron DeMac, gets caught by the flame carpet.
Oh, a lot of counter hit, 5H, okay, you've got a lot of resources, and that means you are going to be able to set up a real strong mix here. Combo limit activated, but yeah, throws a bit getting tech left and right here for Tororo. Finally, the brave counter to be able to get out of the corner, and this is that same situation we saw in the last round.
Beautiful DP, able to time it immaculately through. It's a real tough situation for Aaron DeMac now on chip point, and there's the Schneiden from across the screen, tying up the round.
Yeah, Schneiden was not used whatsoever that entire time, so completely forgetting about it was Aaron DeMac. There was so many fireballs that I gotta assume that Aaron DeMac's entire mental was based around fireball instead of Schneiden. Yeah, it's very smartly just getting as many stacks where they can, right? Just far enough away, but EX Masago coming in with the command grab.
Sometimes you're simply just not ready.
Oh, finally Sammy!
Beautiful stuff. He realized that Tororo was going for a lot of slow tech rather than mash tech, and as a result, gets that backdash shimmy and gets a nice chunk of damage.
Yeah, you can kind of tell your opponent's defensive habits by the way they are attacking the throw. If you see the knockdown throw attack, that means they're, button teching, right? If they're not, there's a good chance they're stand teching, and you can start to shimmy them.
Takes the plus frame from the march. Again, another BC.
Yeah, keeping the break points down is Aaron DeMac. The pressure is so much that Tororo is feeling like, yeah, starting to go for DP. That is the counterplay to this. Wow, incredible.
6-6L able to counterpoke the flame carpet. Aaron DeMac getting the first game versus Tororo.
Yeah, remember, this is winners finals too, so this is going to be 3 out of 5. This is not 2 out of 3. This does not put Aaron DeMac on winning contention just yet. He's got to go long haul here. Get hydrated, get your mental as straight as you can.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of adaptation between these two players. We already saw it just in that first game with how the offense and defense dynamics are working. Let's see how Tororo is able to respond when he's cornered, if he even gets back to the corner once again.
Yeah, and I mean, you saw the adaptation that you were talking about already, actually. First the adaptation was on Aaron DeMac to try to shimmy the stand tech over and over again, and then immediately after, Tororo said, no, we're going to go for Dragon Punch because that's going to catch your shimmy, and that got him out. Wasn't enough, but that just shows that whatever we're going into this next game, Tororo is still adapting their plan.
Indeed.
Looks like we're calling for the stagehand real quick, so something must be going on with Tororo, it looks like. So we're just going to take a second to figure that out real quick. And yeah, again, I cannot stress enough to thank everybody who has not only been here online, but also everybody here in the arena for coming here. 10 a.m. Granblue Fantasy versus Top 6. This was, it's an early one, but y'all still showed up in droves, so I'm really happy. Thank you so much.
Yeah, give yourselves a round of applause. Everybody here, you have been great so far, and it's only going to get better as we continue throughout this bracket. Of course, shout outs, of course, to our wonderful production as well, keeping everything moving, keeping everything streamlined.
Look at that crowd. Good Lord, there's just so many of you people here.
Yeah. Once again, we are relatively early in the morning here in Las Vegas, coming up to, just gone 11 a.m.
Yeah, so again, thank you so much. Yeah, but we were just going to get back into it as soon as the headphone situation was figured out. But yeah, this has just been a strong start, honestly, especially to this winners finals, right? Because again, this is the first game that Tororo has dropped the entire tournament, and it was to Aaron DeMac. Aaron DeMac played such a strong game. Like, we thought we had it figured out when Tororo wouldn't drop a game, but Aaron the back said, no, not in my house. They can be a tumble, say no. All right, looks like we have it figured out. We're getting back into the game. Thanks you so much, everybody, for your patience. Game number 2 of Winners Finals. Remember, 3 out of 5, not 2 out of 3.
This time going for a much more aggressive start, going for the 6XL to close the gap. Someone to be stuck in the corner and now gets the 5 stocks.
Yeah, very important that 5 stocks because one Lord Strike could immediately be a life bar drain.
I have to 50 for the flame carpet. There it is, you answered.
Yeah, that flame carpet is going to make things real hard. Got the full conversion here from the almost max distance, honestly. So really good right there from Tororo to make things happen. The Aaron back is now on the defensive, and it's going to be a real hard fought time because of you got hit raw, so that's free full combo there.
Yeah. Didn't even need a full combo, just needed the far heavy afterwards. A much more comfortable round from Tororo this time.
And oh wow, yeah, saw the fireball, and that has always been the immediate response, right? They may have nerfed that just a little bit, but it is still the proper response. Got the anti-air confirmed, but switched sides, so wasn't ready for it.
Not quite able to get the post light afterwards.
Yep, 667 just far enough away that it's not a straight punish on that. Very good spacing right there from Tororo. But yeah, now you're seeing button teching more often, right? Because you know that Aaron Zamak was going for the shimmy.
Yep. Once again, the flame carpet tries to go for the Yuvasago, runs up and DPs the boldness from this young man, Aaron Damak.
Yes, boldness is definitely the name of Aaron Damak, but that boldness may not get you through it as Tororo answering back immediately with a swift 2-0 in rounds.
Indeed, he was. I think Aaron Damak tried to go for a jump there to avoid a light fireball cancel, but as a result got caught by the EX1 and lost his life as a result. Good stuff, Tororo. Evening the set 1-1.
Yeah, I fully agree. I think that's exactly what ended up happening, but not that just that, but you called it out at the very beginning. Tororo had a completely different game plan going into game 2. Far more aggressive than defensive previously. Yeah, we saw the attempt at it again with 6 and 7, but Aaron Zamak was already there with the dash L.
Yes. Being able to switch up your game plan just like that is truly the hallmark of a top-level player. Big bar heavy, not going to get too much of it though.
Yeah, it was already buffering the fireball, right? We're trying to make this. Wow, what a reaction again! You just can't use fireballs against this man. Flame carpet up.
He's just playing this mid-range game absolutely beautifully right now. Big 60 down coming up from Aaron Damak though. How does he establish his offense now?
Yeah, it's really hard to establish some offense against somebody who is figuring out the best times to press buttons. The flame wall, that's full combo again.
The counter poke. Aaron Damak tried to use his own new fireball, but it didn't work out. Tororo just a little bit faster on the trigger.
Yes, and I mean, I think this is all the difference, right? You're meeting Aaron Damak, you're literally playing fire with fire, right? In the offensive pressure. And okay, jump over on the fireball. Finally, Aaron Damak is starting to answer that as an option. So Tororo is on him to respond. Button tech again. Remember, Aaron Damak showed that shimmy once, and now Tororo has been button teching every time.
Blocking into the U-Fireball again, he's getting some space. He needs to get out of this corner once again, because that is where Aaron Damak has been at his strongest.
Yep. Oh, the 5-inch counter hit right there, trying to catch something, and he's got exactly what he's looking for. Big damage. Skybound Arn is on deck, and okay, because they use the BP, I think they're going to use it. Yep.
Yep, Lemma gets on, drain that BP from Tororo, take away that additional opportunity to get a Brave counter.
Okay, yep, and even goes for the jump in. Doesn't try to bait Brave counter, right? And oh, right there. So I think Tororo was looking for Brave counter right back because that's the most common thing for someone to do after a jump in. Aaron Damak knew.
Simply went for the delayed mash afterwards. Caught Tororo counter here. 1 round apiece once again.
Yeah, that is such a good call. That's how you know we're in high-level play right now. Going down to the wire as they both try to get around each other's fireball game right now. I feel like that was probably the first fireball that didn't get TP'd this game.
Yeah.
But, you know, that one was in a block string, so it was pretty much impossible. Yeah, already pushing through the corner. Such a strong offensive pressure, like you mentioned before, from Aaron Damak.
This time the whiff 6XL able to set up for a nice throw tech situation.
Yeah, Brave counter right back after blocking the Brave counter. Got the counter hit on Tororo that forces it, and there it is again! The reactions are always on deck on these fireballs if they're able to be spaced out.
Right, finally clipping Aaron Damak toes with that, and that's a big 6XL. Able to get a combo in the corner.
Drop the 2H though. Still gonna go for throw pressure on this one. Yeah, it's just backing off, right? Because you want the flame pressure. Yeah, exactly. Really smart for Tororo. And now 2-1 here. Not done yet though.
Still needs to get one more game on the board if he wants to solidify that top 2 spot in the winner's side of Grand Finals. But we know that Aaron Damak is not going to make it easy for him.
Definitely not, especially after we watched that first game, right? The adaptations are here, just Tororo seems a little bit faster. Aaron Zamak, though, with all that multi-game knowledge, with all of that experience that they've had in such a short time, it's been condensed almost like gray matter, right? And so because of that, I definitely feel like it's not going to be easy for Tororo to continue this reign.
Already off to the races, but Aaron Mack tried to go for the close heavy, to go for a little bit of a different reaction, but again, that steadfast defense of Tororo is so strong.
And its defense is a lot of also just poking out of your opponent's offense. It's not just blocking. You have to remember that right there. And Aaron Zamak looking for said pokes, right? Because we saw button text, we know that a 5L will come out as a result. We know how to counter hit that. Very smart from Aaron Zamak.
Yeah, beautiful stuff going to the delayed 2M right there, able to get a huge reaction counting confirmed.
Yeah, Aaron Zamak also not even caring about a possible brave counter, right? Just running the offense as normal anyway. Oh, give Daddy some trigger to move in, immediately goes for the Dragon Punch, because most people know that, like, it's really common for Belial to just block afterwards.
Yes. All right, challenge the plus frames once again with that DP.
Give Daddy some trigger once again. Not going to DP this time, though. Dash down. Okay. Yeah, trying to get some plus frames going. Oh, got it. Wow. Got hit. Maybe they're trying to jump out. I don't know.
Maybe either that or maybe backdash, but again, just catching Tororo out. Aaron Zamak getting another crucial round on the board.
Yeah. Morale's got to be back up after that one, too, because that felt very decisive, honestly. And, oh, yep, another. Honestly, D6XL's immaculately placed from Aaron Zamak.
Yeah, Tororo, unfortunately, just outside of the range. To get confirmed from his 6XL. Great frame trap right there from Aaron Zamak. Going to build a nice chunk of meter, but not going to cash out to the SBA just yet.
Yeah, no, one more hit definitely seems like a cash out on an SBA for sure. Especially because chip damage is a possibility to get them closer to it being death. Just trying to watch for everything, but forgetting about that 6-7, the 5H hits!
5H gets hit by that Flame Carpet as well.
Yeah, not trying to take that extra damage with the Flame Carpet. Forced to jump, Aaron Zamak forgetting that. That means Tororo can react, and we have tried testing his reactions before. It's not a good idea to test his reactions.
Trade that time, both living on a prayer, on a sliver of health, well, on a health deficit such that they could potentially die right here. Here's the 50 for the Flame Carpet.
Oh my god, look at the Light Bar drain! Okay, he's able to find the way out of the corner though, and there it is, 1-5L right into the Raging Strike, full confirm. And now we are on possible set point here for Tororo. Aaron Zamak, you got to pull out of the stops because Tororo's reign is looking like he's going to be crowned king.
Lord of Flame trying to establish his own kingdom here at EVO 2024. Huge anti-air right there, doesn't have the stock to follow up afterwards. Tries to go for a Flame Carpet right there to catch the frame trap, but Aaron Zamak challenging a little early.
Yeah, Asmodeus Ender to be able to get it. Goes for the delayed 2M like you mentioned before, for the exact same reason. You were trying to catch Tororo pressing buttons to delay tech, and that's not going to be what's going to help Tororo out. Aaron Zamak now has pressure on deck. BC could be a possibility. Was looking for it, didn't find it though. And there's the shimmy we saw!
Again!
From game one, right back at you, Remix Edition. No Skybound Art, so you're going to need another set for Aaron Zamak to be able to stay alive, but there's that defense. Oh no!
Missing out on the throw right there. Aaron Zamak able to even out the set as a result.
Yeah, and I mean, Aaron knows exactly what happened there. Tororo, though, look at his face. Doesn't let that phase up. Like, it sucks, but it happens, right? So that's exactly what you need. And so Tororo, can you get some water? Recheck those notes. Recompose yourself. Get back in there. But that is what Aaron Zamak needed right there.
Absolutely. Both these players no stranger to this type of pressure, no stranger to this sort of stage. As a result, I'm sure we're going to continue seeing some incredible action between these two. The adaptations back and forth have just been spectacular so far.
It's everything we could have asked for here in this top 6. So final game here in this winners finals. Who is going to take it? Tororo or Aaron Zamak? I got to hear you all in the crowd.
Aggressive starts from both players.
Yeah, it's going to be real pensive because both of them know that their offensive pressure is going to lead to a crazy life lead, so they are trying to make sure they remain stoic. And here it is, Aaron Zamak going to spin that Skybound Art on this one most likely. Yeah, get that BP away from your opponent, get your BP back that you use in the combo, and keep one Brave counter away from them.
Shy of the 100 meters. Great fuzzy match to beat out of JU.
Yeah, I mean, Fuzzy Mash has been the name of the game on defense, and while it has been getting kind of counter hit a lot, that was the one time where I think it was very important.
Yes.
Oh, tried the shimmy in there. Yep, Fuzzy Mash again.
Choosing to keep the fireball at the ready, so he has the power off that U fireball.
Yeah, smartly using the evade to be able to get away for you Fireball, right? Because he would have took a lot of chip damage. Needs to try and get out of the situation, but yeah, I don't know, man. Tororo's got a real strong pressure and just evade goes back to the firewall, right? Because you're just going to lose life if you try to come at me. And now Chip is absolutely the factor, yeah. And right there, Aaron's tried to evade the Fireball, but there's multiple strengths, so multiple speeds. Didn't know what time to evade.
Yeah, the disparity in speeds between the light, medium, and heavy are quite large with Percival, and as a result now, Tororo at set point once again. A great DP. Both these players have been very on point with their DP. Lovely challenge from Aaron Demac.
Tororo trying to make it happen, but the great jump timing right there, really starting to answer these fireballs as Aaron Demac misses the 2M, but still has the corner pressure. It doesn't matter.
Finally just throws the landing. Great delayed mash coming out from Tororo though.
Yeah, give Daddy some sugar on the ultimate. Fasago got the pressure afterwards, has damage here. May have to just go for a full Raging Strike, Raging Chain on this. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be enough. Just about. There we go.
Final game.
Round.
Final round. Let's go. Winners finals. Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. Tororo, Aaron Demac. Who is going to take it here?
Regardless of who takes it, this has been a stellar set. Aaron Demac right out the gate with the 6-6L. All the way to the corner once again. We've been seeing this left corner a ton.
Yeah, but jumps out of the EX. Fasago still getting the punish though because it was an early jump button right there for Tororo, so they still had to land.
Going for the new fireball extension into the triple Asmodeus. Get as much corner carry as possible. This is looking bleak.
2M!
That 2M! It's gonna link!
And this is going to be very close to Skybound are trying. Yeah, just go through the Raging Strike. This should do it. And this should be Aaron Demac making Grand Finals winner side on a perfect. Tororo came into this top 6, not losing a single game. Well, that streak is over.
That was an incredible showing at the end by Aaron Demac, clawing his way back up when he had the disadvantage and came all the way through, securing that top 2 spots.
That's right, securing is a lot less to worry about now. There still is one more set for Aaron Demac to be able to win that tournament, maybe even 2 more, depending on who comes to bring all of their power to bear against him. But gosh, that's got to feel good right now.
Very, very crucial win for Aaron Demac. Again, that gives him that safety net going into Grand Finals. Real heartbreak for Tororo, but he's still alive in this bracket. Going to be waiting in losers finals for the winner of the next set.
Yes, yes. And hey, you got to remember, Gamera won Evo off of losers bracket side previously, right? So because of that, that does not mean whomever goes to losers is ever out. You still have to worry about them. Be careful about that.
Indeed, indeed. We have some real sharks coming up. But of course, before we get into those sharks, we're going to have to go through the PlayStation replay.
That's right. Yeah, so PlayStation Tournaments, thank you so much for bringing these replays. But yeah, so that match right there, that had to have been one of the better winners finals match I ever could have asked for. Like, Jesus. Yeah, again, I can't stress it enough. Tororo came into this top 6 not dropping anything, not dropping a game, nothing. And Aaron Demac came back saying, you know what? These gods can bleed.
Yes. That they can. But we're going to be ready for our PlayStation replay presented by PlayStation Tournaments.
Yeah, and here it is. This was just a barn burner of a match. I gotta say, I enjoyed this match so much, and I hope the crowd did as well. I hope everybody at home did in the stream as well, because this was exactly what I'm looking for Granblue, right? We saw all these adaptations that Piram was mentioning, and because of that, we really got to see what it takes to be a top player in this game.
Yes, so much incredible back and forth, and that is really the root of top-level fighting game gameplay, when you see that constant back and forth between these incredible top-level players, and just so many adaptations create so much excitement for the crowd and for us as commentators, honestly.
Yeah, it makes our job so easy when we get a match like that, right? Because all we got to do is yap about it, and well, I love yapping about some good Granblue, let me tell you.
Indeed.
I'm taking a page out of Northern Lions book, I'm the max yapper.
Lighting the fire within our souls, but once again, good stuff to Aaron Demac, powering through into the winner's side of Grand Finals. Next up, we will be having the losers semi-set between Artorius and Koji Koko.
Yes, Artorius versus Koji Koko. So this is a run back. Artorius was in Koji Koko was in losers bracket because of Artorius, excuse me. And so Koji Koko, this is somebody that we have lauded as being one of the more studied players.
Yes.
And so if that means you beat them in winners, you best believe you are now going to be studied if they ever get that run back. So watch out, Artorius. You got to bring your A game.
And this is especially important for Koji Koko because not only does he want to get his Evo run back versus Artorius here, he also wants to push forward to get his Super Tournament run back versus Tororo.
Oh, that's right.
He lost to Tororo back in Korea last month, and as a result, I know he's been working, particularly at the Percival matchup, in order to be able to fight Tororo again.
Yeah, and quite a young bug matchup that we got here too. You know, I mean, Artorius is a little bit older, and I believe 23-ish, but you know, still showing the life of the new blood in FGC and how many of them there are. I mean, you know, I remember before we were in garages, we were in hotel ballrooms that were not even close to a third of the size of this arena, and now look at all of you in the stands. I don't know where y'all came from, but thank you so much.
Yeah, honestly, it has been an incredible top 6 so far, and it's going to continue being incredible. Losers semis here, Koji Koko versus Artorius.
That's right, game number 1 right now. So, I mean, again, these are the two talks of the game. Nier, Siegfried, definitely the two best. Yeah. I'm not going to refute that whatsoever, even as a Siegfried player, right? And so because of that, we know that these are two characters that can fight each other.
Indeed, indeed. Although what has been quite fascinating as of late is that I know a lot of the Japanese players have been kind of falling off Siegfried in terms of overall perception, being placed lower than a number of other characters. Nier, however, seen incredibly high regard by everyone.
Universally. Yeah. Universally is the character we're looking at. So, starting with the triple attack, you know, that's going to start something that's going to make Koji Koko have to think, what is the guard string? And wow, Orkin follow up with the command grab. You almost never see that.
Already introducing that deliverance command grab, knowing that Koji Koko likes to play that very patient, steadfast defense.
Oh, goes to the shimmy immediately. And Artorius, I swear to goodness, his success rate on shimmy 2M is one of the highest in the book. He's going to be able to get a ton of damage on this one. It's probably death due to Nier's health. Oh, very close. Okay.
Just barely alive, but you can't count Nier out here. There's so much power in that kit. Going to use the U-Death reverse to get this plus frame. Try to start something.
And I mean, Artorius is looking to set up the chip situation, right? But hold on. So hasn't lost chip guts yet, so you can't DP to try to win the game yet. Artorius is going to have to, yeah, exactly. Looking for that Verdragon to try to, you know, start that. And that's why you see Koji Koko evading. And now they're making the comeback. They only have one stock too, so their Skybound, or Super Skybound art is going to do it all. Oh no, not going to do it, Artorius! Misjudging the fact that the chip guts still existed.
Beautiful patience towards the end right there from Koji Koko, remaining steadfast, waiting for the option from Artorius, and just ready with the block and the punish to get that first round.
Yeah, 6-6-7 round start, and Koji Koko ready for it with the backdash. Is able to whip punish using death. Okay, triple attack low this time. Got the counter hit, so that's working if you wanted. Okay, goes for it.
Get the corner extension, get that man against stock, gets 2 up. The next hit may very well KO Nier. Artorius is able to find it.
Yeah, I mean, man against stock being on the double is going to increase that damage, and Siegfried does so much, and Nier with the lowest life in the game. Okay, but there it is, ultimate.
And look at how much damage that does by itself. The combo afterwards, even more brutal. Artorius losing out on those man against stock very, very soon. That damage buff no longer present.
Yeah, okay, well, there's the triple attack over on the high again. You rarely see triple attacks, but Siegfried players don't really have a mix-up, so they have to go for it, right? So as a result, the throw is coming in. Big damage, possibility on the next hit, which means, I mean, Koji Koko has to guess correctly to be able to get out of this corner. And does so! Yeah, we talked about Koji Koko basically having it all. The defense, the offense, guessed right there, was able to get the full confirm. Koji Koko, first game.
Very, very nice. Again, just seeing that steadfast, patient defense from Koji Koko, choosing just the correct time to challenge and taking that game. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Small showing of consternation on the kid's face, but, you know, gets it right back in, locks right back in, which is really good. Oh, but there it is. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why you can't exactly easily use Fame Wall, but Jump Light's going to work out. That's all that really matters.
Goes for the M Orchid right there.
HM. Yeah. Oh, M Orchid, sorry.
M Orchid, yeah. Right, sets up the 50-50, goes to the high, successfully blocked by Artorius.
Yep. For Brave counter, no dice, still gets the throw regardless. Trying to go for more throws, yeah. The defense with Koji Koko has basically just been, you know, only throws have really opened them up.
Yeah. Makes you on 4L. Not gonna get too much.
Okay, dash life. You know, one of the best dash lights in the business is this character right here.
Yes.
So. Sets up the flame wall and then blocks it. Yeah. Oh no! Yeah, because you go for the OS, that's the one weakness. Is that they're too far away for the raging strike. You open yourself up to death.
Death delivered by Siegfried, even though she's on the side of Nia. 1 round for Artorius in the second game.
You can command death, but I know it better than anyone, says Siegfried. The 2H is going to be able to stop that. You get a full combo here. That's going to be really good for Koji Koko's start. Artorius, though, remaining stoic. You know, not trying to let that stop him.
Wow, look at the damage in the corner carry coming out from Koji Koko's Nia. Bold with the challenge is Artorius, though.
Yeah, goes for the max damage ender instead of the first dragon, but there's the 2H. Oh no, didn't fully charge it, so didn't get the full confirm.
Yeah, you have to get that full charge after the count hit 2H. Oh, big Orkan right there.
Death, that's death. If you get this whole thing, it's death.
Yep, there it is, into the Schwarzerbanger.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Nier could have had 70% life, and I would have told you it was still death. Like, legitimately.
Yeah, that H Orkan into Uwe is so powerful. It's a good 3.5k by itself. And on the low health of Nia, that is brutal. 1 apiece now, and we're back to first to 2 territory.
Yeah, first to 2, so that means this is the final game for these two. One of them is going to have to stop. There he goes, not reacting to the misfortune and trying to DP themselves. Nier going to be able to get good damage on this. Good stuff from Koji Koko with the punish.
Excellent. Up 50-50 and baits out the DP. Hadn't even introduced the DP in that situation, but Koji Koko nonetheless ready.
You know, honestly, I gotta say that's probably because they know Artorius, right? One of the things Artorius has always done in most matches, if they DP the first knockdown and you punish them, they'll DP again. And a lot of the time that happens because they think you're not gonna be like, he won't bust out again, I already punished him, right?
Yes.
And yeah, that happens a lot in Artorius' matches. You can go back and watch it.
The layers of gameplay evolving before our very eyes. How does Artorius answer back? Big bar heavy coming out from Koji Koko.
Yeah, I mean, this is Koji Koko's game to win right now. 1 set point here. Got him in the corner, but yeah, evades the guard cancel. Okay, that's a lot of chip right there.
Wise of Artorius to just guard all of it, just get that increased meter. Yeah. Gonna be close to 100, so we can use the reaction. And but the 2M stuffing out the approach.
Yeah, not enough meter to be able to go to the Raging Chain full combo, right? But I mean, at this point, you have such a life lead, you're sitting pretty. Now, versus Siegfried, though, that life lead could mean nothing.
It's also worth noting, pay attention to the number of stocks that Koji Koko has left. Only 1 remaining, and he wants to keep that one just in case he wants to use FTA later.
Yeah, well, I mean, right now, just trying to find his way in. There it is, the ultimate misfortune, and that is going to do it. Koji Koko correctly checking the dash lights, finally to finish it off, and that is going to be Koji Koko moving on. Very strong level of play in that final game, but I have to also give it to Artorius. Strong run throughout this entire tournament. Koji Koko may have gotten the run back, but thank you so much for being here, and damn, a hell of a showing.
Very good stuff to both players. Once again, this time, of course, Koji Koko getting that crucial run back, and now he gets the opportunity as well to get that potential run back versus Tororo in the losers finals. We will, of course, be going into first to 3 territory after that. But man, what a set.
Yes, that means for the rest of you left in this bracket, death is coming for you. So do watch out. Get your Nier anti-strats ready, because Koji Koko is one of the best to do it. So.
Absolutely. And Nia is, of course, a character that is always practiced among top-level players, but the character is capable of so much that it can be difficult to contest, even with all of that knowledge, even with all of that awareness.
Yeah, and we're going to see why it's so difficult here on our PlayStation Tournaments replay right here. Thank you so much, PlayStation, for being able to check these out right now. And again, I have to point out, Artorius has to have the highest shimmy rate out of any Siegfried on the planet. Every time I try to do it, I clearly haven't conditioned my opponent enough. But every time Artorius has conditioned them the exact right amount.
Yeah, good stuff. This was such a strong opening first game for Artorius, but Koji Koko was just so ready throughout the rest of the set.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be that level of experience from having traveling much, just like you talked about, right? So many events under Koji Koko's belt that are not just American ones, and because of that, you learn so many different playstyles. You learn so much about all these characters, but you also learn the stuff outside of the game, the mental. You learn how to make sure that you're not, dehydrated, too tired, how to make sure you're always locked in. Koji Koko showing that.
Yeah, it is absolutely paramount that you have all of those components all together, lined up and perfected as a top-level player so that you can consistently perform on stages like this.
Yes. Well, I mean, I have to take a quick breather after that match because that was such a strong set. But we're going to have more Granblue Fantasy versus Rising top 6 action right after this. Please do not go anywhere because we are going to crown a champion here very, very soon.
Sunglasses in the day, blue light glasses for the gaming at night. Zenny's got affordable eyewear for everyone. Vibe and style while protecting your eyes. Evo sunglasses, available now.
Beyond the battle! Get ready! PlayStation.
Red Bull gives you wings. Fight! Fatality.
Welcome back, Skyfarers, to EVO 2024 here in beautiful Las Vegas here in America. Thank you so much for being here because we are ready and primed to crown a new EVO Granblue Fantasy versus Rising champion. That's right, completely new.
Yeah, we are down once again 1,377 competitors now down to our final three. Aaron Damac sitting in winner's side of grand finals, and in the losers finals that we're just about to have, Tororo versus Koji Koko.
That's right, Tororo versus Koji Koko. This is the run back that you had mentioned prior to our break. Now, Koji Koko had gone to Korea in attempts to, obviously just see all the competition and to get those points for the Arc World Tour and all that. And Tororo was the one to have destroyed them. And now, so we've seen one run back for Koji Koko. Can they do two run backs? On the other side, though, Tororo has always been the bridesmaid at these big events. Has either gotten second or third, never the bride. And so back in that possible situation again, I know they want this.
Even though he got that win at Super Tournament earlier this year, I know that he wants to win something so much larger, something so much more prolific. And I don't think you can get much larger than this.
Yes, this is our Arc Tour Platinum event and EVO 2024 at the same time. It is the biggest thing you can get for both sides of the spectrum.
Yep, the winner of this will auto-qualify, auto-solidify their space in the Arc World Tour. All right.
Here it is. So this is it. Losers finals. Koji Koko, Tororo, let me hear that crowd. Get that energy back in your veins. You guys are wonderful. Thank you. He's so cool.
He's so cool. He's so cool. Don't make me go off like this, man. I will.
Hey, man, the very first time I got to talk about Percival, if you were there at that PAX West, you probably heard me talk about how cool I think he is. But there it is, plus frames right there, already starting out as Tororo, knowing how this character will work, but already EX Lord Strike, right? So couldn't combo off of the 5H. DP gets punished.
That's, I think, one of the only DPs that's been punished on the side of Tororo so far. 50-50. Off the low.
Yeah, Koji Koko was looking for the Brave counter because that low was very delayed. Not going to bite his Tororo. We've noticed that they're willing to remain stalwart and willing to hold steadfast.
This is a very awkward situation for Tororo, though. Doesn't have any stops on deck, so doesn't have any real firepower here. Just looking for that opportunity to get one. Death is lingering above him, but finds the opening with the Schneiden.
Yeah, Death can be lingering above you, but the flame carpet is below you right here as the health gets drained down really quick. Now the chip damage got the hit. That should be able to finish off. Easy money for Koji Koko. One stray hit. The reaction was needed to confirm, and they did what was required.
Yeah, challenging the 2-1-4 after that. It's very, very scary because you know that L Misfortune can frame trap you and lead into a lot of damage for Nia. Immediately he's testing with the H Misfortune.
Oh, right there. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as a fireball technically, right? You know, not the exact same property, but you still invincible through death, you still kill death, and then you can also hit Nier at the same time. Knock down with the flame carpet.
Koko so far doing a really good job. Attacking these throws. Spot dodge is going to get punished hard, but drops a combo does Koji Koko.
Yeah. It looks like Tororo thought it was going to be an EX, and you can, evade that, but the ultimate has a lot longer startup. A Fluid Strike's on the way in. He's going to go for his Skybound Art.
Yep, super Skybound Art right there. The words are thrown in to drain that PP and get Tororo back in this game. Does he choose to pursue, or does he? No, he's definitely going to pursue to continue that offense.
Yep, runs directly in. You do get that meaty. Makes the super Skybound Art knockdown, but you're at life bar. You have to be worried about this. Now, only 3 stacks. Well, technically 3 stacks into both sides, but... Okay, a lot of chip damage, and now Chip Guts is gone. Chip Guts is gone.
Wow, huge 2-1-4H right there. The Schneiden with the reversal with the H Misfortune. Lovely call out from Koji Koko to take that first game.
Yep, and so one thing that it's very difficult to do this, but I will point it out. You can technically react to your button touching Misfortune and using evade right afterwards. So just try to keep that in mind if you're trying to play Nier, because it might help your game plan.
Yeah, very, very difficult considering how much this character overwhelms the mental stack, but as you mentioned, it is possible, and if there is a player capable of doing it, it is Ibushin's Tororo right here.
Yeah, so Tororo going into game number 2 here. Koji Koko looking strong still. Tororo having to change the game plan, it looks like, yeah. Oh, yeah, wanted to hit Death right there, but, Koji Koko scouting out that Tororo is willing to try to hit Death over and over again, and just, chaining the Death specials as much as possible.
far to get that big count hit right there. That is going to be an easy KO. Keep it nice and simple with the basketball Raging Strike to Raging Chain.
Yeah, shades of a Hokuto no Ken back in the day, and was able to get it. So first round right there to Tororo. Yeah, game change up for Tororo's mental, right? The paradigm shift was very important. Backed off, started throwing fireballs, waited for Death to show up, tried to kill Death, right? Oh, what a reaction!
And that DP is one of the only moves that can really get that in that situation. Able to convert off of the side switch. Not a ton of damage, but still a great situation for Tororo right now.
Yeah, right. You want that corner. You want Nier to be as neutered in terms of options as possible. And so was able to hit Death right there in the middle of the guard string. Another important factor. Tororo has got the flame wall set up, has got the low, has got the damage.
Delayed flame combo, but doesn't get the conversion afterwards. Close like hand combo there.
Yeah, really unfortunate for Tororo, but Koji Koko's got to be thanking their lucky stars that they're now going to be able to get out of the corner due to that fact. Still 8 stocks, so there's a lot of death options that can be presented to the table.
That is gradually chipping away at Tororo's health, and this is going to be a big conversion. No, misses the connection.
Yeah, definitely, you can tell the nerves are getting to the both of them. This is high stakes.
Right away. Once again, Tororo not committing to getting any stocks. More than happy, more than content to play at this kind of range. Wants to gradually build that meter to 100. There's the flame carpet. What a misfortune, so clutch from Koji Koko right now. He is at chip point, but this is so scary for both players.
Yeah, and just exit, oh my god, every single time Tororo had caught Death right before activation, and that was so important to be able to keep things going. We are one apiece.
Evening up the set indeed. Again, we're going to see a lot of this rather slow measured gameplay from both players. They're trying to feel each other out because they know the risks associated with getting those crucial hits.
Yes, the risk associated is mad damage or just a hellacious setup. Either way, both characters can do it. Tororo sticking it out with the Percival. We haven't even seen a secondary, the secondary of Siegfried whatsoever this entire time either.
Beautiful backdash coming out from Koji Koko to avoid that throw, and now has full corner control.
Yeah, remember, backdashes in the game, they may not be invincible, but they're a movement option to get away from things like throw, right? And you even get a punish.
Oh, big 6 as well. Doesn't have death available, though.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, because that only hits the end, there's not a ton of chip damage. But, I mean, Tororo has taken so much damage regardless at this point. He's got to find a way out of this corner now. Oh, yep, good call out right there. And that's kind of been a game plan staple for Koji Koko in these situations, right? Wait for flame carps to go up, backdash, let Death do the rest of the work because they know a Percival player is going to want to chase down somebody getting away from flame carps.
Big with punish on the far heavy right there. Back off, going to get the corner control again. But M-Fatal wants the pressure.
Yep. Oh, yeah, right there, using that misfortune follow-up, right? Keep the pressure going because once more, Tororo has been very good at hitting Death on pretty much every guard string. So you want to try to make the guard strings a frame trap now.
Both players are trying to find their comfort range, playing it slow and steady. Tororo knows the risks associated for overcommitting versus his character. Tries to get the Snyder. Again, the backdash is so crucial for Koji Koko in terms of maintaining this range.
3 stocks available after that, yeah. Really can't overextend. You're talking about it a second ago. Has to be pensive on this, but now 1 hit. Oh, and a dream right there. Koji Koko recognizing it with the far light.
Beautiful stuff now. Koji Koko up 2-1 versus Tororo. Will he be able to complete this, get that run back he's been searching for over the past month and a bit? Or will Tororo be able to answer back?
Yes. I mean, and Tororo is definitely looking like the emotion is starting to really take a toll, right? This is starting to be very, very hard fought for them, and you can tell just by looking at their face. But always checking their notes, right? Just trying to get back into this.
Again, as we mentioned before, the mark of a seasoned veteran right there, able to just kind of reset, get that composure back, and hopefully answer the call in this next round.
There it is. Okay, so here we go. This is Tororo's chance to try to make a comeback. Where on the opposite side, it is Koji Koko's chance to try to make it to this grand finals.
Coming out, gonna go for 50-50, blocks high again. Tororo's defense against that is very, very good. The walk-up throw from Koji Koko.
Yeah, I mean, Tororo mostly isn't getting opened up on the walls, but there finally has faltered on their defense. It took a while, but Koji Koko is able to see the cracks in the wall.
Those cracks in that beautifully ornate armor are really starting to show for Tororo. Can Koji Koko close this out? Huge punish right there, though.
Yeah, thanks to the nerf, that is a straight punish on this now, and able to get the far reaching. Didn't react, though, with the Lord Strike. Got it this time.
Keeping Koji Koko pinned in this corner. Does not want to give him any room to breathe.
Yeah, that misfortune, though, is going to help out a lot because that got Koji Koko out. Now there's the whip punish. Trying to go for it. Ooh, wow. Was looking maybe for the backdash to punish it?
Maybe. Once again, so much control coming out from Koji Koko. There is the flame carpet once again.
Yep. Unfortunately, Death does not get touched by that, so, you know, there's no... She's floating at all times, right?
Right, there we go. Nullifies Death for the time being. Going to try for the opportunity. Gets to them. M-Sliden. Not going to get hit there.
Yeah, and just outside of the flame wall range, right? So you don't have to worry about the life ticking down if you're Koji Koko. You can just sit here.
Great spot dodge versus that huge Death reverse.
Gonna go for it again. Okay, this time now, yeah, this time it's guaranteed that the flame carpet is actually gonna do the life drain. So Koji Koko scouted that and was trying to press a button and, you know, right back at you, so Tororo.
Suffocating and crucial for Tororo to get that round in order to keep himself alive.
Dashing L. The second they hit Death, they knew they had to move forward, and that's such an important factor versus fighting here. And now the 2M.
No whip punish again. Those immediate challenges from Tororo. Ooh! Big counter anti-air. Gonna get just a bar heavy afterwards.
Yeah, it doesn't have the ability to combo off it from there. Gonna try to jump over. Yeah, presses because Koji Koko was looking again for the Brave counter. We've seen that a lot in this top 6.
Gets another throw. That's so crucial. The Brave counter is gonna whip against Koji Koko, and that's a lot of damage from there.
Yeah, can you believe that's the nerf version of the damage?
Well, to be fair, they did buff it in Rising. They did buff that damage quite considerably.
Goes for another flame, forcing Koji Koko to just walk back to the corner, right? That is the game plan here. It doesn't matter if you stand in the flame fall. What matters is that you're making Koji Koko walk back with the 2M. This is going to change it. That should kill. Oh, no! Big left! Big drop! Oh, and the Star M! That's going to keep Tororo alive. And you see the just straight up refreshment back onto his face. The crowd going nuts for it.
That is a massive sigh of relief for Tororo, but that was the set for Koji Koko. Can he maintain his composure from here on out, knowing that he had that card into Grand Finals essentially stamped, but missing out on that crucial opportunity?
Yeah, if you don't know Granblue Fantasy versus Rising, if you don't know Nier, that was definitely going to kill. That combo was it right there, but an unfortunate drop for Koji Koko right there. You can't let that get to you. You have to take a breather. You have to make that comeback.
Trade, there is that extended hub box for the fireball.
Yep, you have to stick a sword there, but yeah, right there to far medium Lord Strike. Uh-oh.
Taking the DP once again is Koji Koko. That's twice now.
He's gonna get full confirm off of this. Here's the mix-up, and goes for ultimate.
Baited again. That's going to be a lot of damage to RSRC. It's going to give enough time for Death to come back. Sets up another 50-50.
Yep, looking for that Brave counter, and Tororo smartly waiting on it.
Oh, what a shimmy right there. Doesn't convert into any more damage, but still.
That was the first shimmy we've seen from Tororo versus Koji Koko, actually. He's trying to bring out as much new stuff as possibly can, because he knows that Koji Koko is zero slouch. All cast right now for Koji Koko. He's able to make it, but the far, oh my god,
he might have the resources to kill here. Yes, the close heavy into Schneider, into the horizon. It's going to be enough. And now Tororo on set point.
This has been a complete turnaround. Tororo has kept that composure and could maybe do it. Koji Koko is going to have to dig deep within. Could we possibly not see Nier in Grand Finals of EVO after the whole story? And instead, Percival, the one nobody was looking at until his buffs.
And just creating this wall of fireballs. The Answers controlling the ground. The plus frames from the March forcing Koji Koko to DP. And there we go, another DP through the cancel.
Yeah, that was such a great reaction. We know we cannot test Tororo's reactions. Koji Koko is going to have to find a new avenue to approach, and there it is. That is the new avenue right there. Is going to use the Raging Strike to be able to get Death back, just like last time, 50-50 setup. Here we go. No Brave counter there. Tororo just going to take it into the Brave counter lane.
Again, we're not seeing these 623L cancels from Koji Koko this time. Oh, there's a huge whip on that throw. This is going to be a lot of damage in the corner. He's not going to spend the DP.
Oh, no, he does. He's looking to try and kill right now.
This doesn't
kill. Very close, but Koji Koko wants out. There's the Schneider, and Tororo has defeated Koji Koko, making it to Grand Finals and stopping Nier from entering it.
The Schneider, the ever reliable for every Percival main around the world to clutch out those situations. And Tororo throws it in emphatic fashion, getting his way to grand finals for that run back against Aaron Damac. But what a superb performance throughout this bracket from Koji Koko as well.
Koji Koko has put it all on the line throughout this bracket, made it to top 3, has been one of our most studied players, and I have to give huge congratulations for them. They made 3rd place, and damn do they deserve it. Thank you, Koji Koko. But Tororo has put it all on the line, and he's got one more possible set, maybe even 2 more if he's able to make it happen.
Indeed, indeed. Exciting grand finals coming up in just a short moment. Tororo, of course, staying on stage, waiting for that powerful adversary that was able to overcome him in the winners finals, Aaron Damac. But I know how much this would mean to both players if they're able to clutch this win here.
Yes, yes, I believe this would be Aaron Damac's first EVO win, just in general, right? In the multitude of games that they play. And they've been studying hard, they've been practicing hard, and it's coming through. And on the same time, Tororo finally possibly being able to break said curse that we talked about. This is the 2nd time Tororo has been in EVO Proper Grand Finals, right? 2022, EVO Proper Grand Finals for Versus. Now, rising as well.
He was also, of course, in the grand finals for EVO Japan 2023, but to be able to win here in Las Vegas in 2024 in the biggest Granblue Fantasy Versus tournament of all time would be an incredible, incredible achievement for such a storied player.
And then on top of that, whoever is going to be taking this EVO Grand Finals is also going to be taking their instant qualification into those ARC World Tour Finals. Do not forget that we are a Platinum event, and this Platinum event has some replays from PlayStation tournaments. We're going to go ahead and take a look at replay of that Losers Finals, and there he is, the crowd favorite. Clearly, they were going nuts for the man.
Yeah, Tororo always a man to try to please the crowd, to try to work the crowd, and it is working beautifully here today.
That's right. Koji Koko, though, putting up such a fight, bringing everything they possibly could out of Tororo to make that the hardest fought battle they possibly could have through that Losers Finals. But Tororo showing the prowess, showing the experience, and just being able to make it through here. And, you know, I gotta say, pretty much every stray hit outside of the ones where there was no EX available was almost converted into full damage every time.
Yes.
Like, that was insane, and that's such an important factor. Yeah, you guys deserve to go nuts for that, because that was a nuts performance. Like,
just absolutely incredible stuff.
Yeah, no. I mean, look at the elation on Tororo's face. He's just like, I can't believe I did that. And you can see it. Tororo's path had not lost a game up until winners finals. We thought he was unstoppable. Aaron Damac was able to take it 3-2, and it was real close versus Koji Koko as well, 3-2. We almost didn't see Tororo here in the grand finals, but now we have made it here. We are seeing Tororo climb up, rise up like a phoenix through it, but Aaron Damac is here to stop that climb.
The true Lord of Flames rising up, as you said, like a phoenix from the ashes and ready to try to take out the Angel of Cunning in Aaron Damac. Honestly, the way that Aaron Damac plays Belial is so... it embodies the character.
Yes.
He's so cunning with the way that he plays offense. He loves to kind of wait for those opportunities. Incredibly calculated, opportunistic player. But we're going to be seeing a quick highlight reel of Aaron Damac's gameplay in the winners final set, and how he was able to pave his way here before starting off in grand finals proper.
Yeah, and I mean, this was such a close set, too. Aaron Damac had to pull out just about every trick of the trade in Belial's tool set, right? I mean, we saw him eat the apple and everything.
Yep.
This was too much, too difficult for him to just coast on through. Tororo really took them to the limit. Aaron Damac, though, made it out on top. Tororo, you have to be thinking about what happened in that winner's final set, and you have to be prepared now, because... I mean, this is the person to beat right now. Has 2 sets to work with Aaron Damac. If you're unfamiliar with the fighting game style, we do a double elimination bracket, so everybody has the chance to lose twice before they are in the tournament. That is also true of the person who made it all the way through winners, so you have to beat Aaron Damac twice, and that's already looking hard enough.
That it is. Meanwhile, of course, as an extension of that, of course, Aaron Damac only has to win 1 set here in order to be crowned the EVO 2024 Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising Champion. It's going to be a hard road for both players, most certainly, but a slightly easier one for Aaron Damac right now.
Yes, and that's right. So, we are in grand finals of EVO 2024 for Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising. We have Aaron Demek, we have Tororo. Now it is your turn, crowd. Let me know how much you love it!
That is what I like to hear.
Let's go. Oh my goodness. I'm excited for this game. Now, Tororo has done such a good job of double backing to all their notes. And, you know, they had to have set some notes for Aaron Demek after having taken that loss, right? One particular thing that we saw the adaptation for was the way that Aaron Demek was structuring throws, right? So at first, we saw throws getting stand tech. Aaron Demek blew that up. Now, then after that, we saw the shimmy happen. Then after that, we saw a lot of button tech. So we had to, you know, really start considering where do they start off in that layered offense.
Yeah, so many layers have been established already between these two. It's going to be really fascinating to see just where we leave off right now.
It's grand finals time, and we have Belial's themes. Parade's Lust.
Letting the intros rock once again. Two of the coolest characters in Granblue.
Agreed. Your venom is in your words. You will not hold your forked tongue.
Cut it out.
Game 1, Grand Finals, EVO 2024. Here we go.
Tororo versus Aaron Demek. Percival versus Bilal. A tail as old as time. Great jump in, but no conversion afterwards.
Yeah, and not trying to overextend the pressure despite the fact that the dash L's are R+, right? Has just backed off and forced Aaron Demek to try to hang themselves. They know about that far H, and they know they do not want to mess with him.
We're also seeing Aaron Demek jump a lot more versus Tororo's spacebar heavies, trying to anticipate those fireballs in order to get past.
Yeah, and you know, okay, so what's interesting is in the previous set versus these two, all those fireballs would have been Dragon Punch through. Not a single one had happened.
Not yet. DP right there, good on Aaron Demek. Not to commit. Nice spot dodge. Able to take his turn, but not too much more.
Yeah, you cannot punish off that, but you will get your turn back if you evade somebody else's break counter, right? So that's just really important to know. Hey, you may not get damage, but at the very least, they don't get out.
Yes. Remaining patient on defense, Tororo. He knows that this is actually a very scary situation. If he gets hit here, Aaron Demek will win the round.
Yeah, but standing in the flame card, but this is allowing Tororo to just put him in a checkmate situation, right? Chip Guts is gone. They now can be chipped out by something. Goes up for run up SSBA.
I like the idea, I like the ambition, but Tororo, again, remaining steadfast and keeping that block up.
Yeah, and if you don't know, the reason that Aaron Demek went for that is in case Tororo tried to chip out Aaron Demek on the run-up. Because all Tororo had to do was Dragon Punch, right? Chip out would have happened, but if Aaron Demek had the right call, that could have been a game changer. Got the hit right there. Yeah, I mean, this is just going to be how the offense is for the rest of this match. But finally caught the jump. I'm not entirely sure that's what Aaron Demek wanted because, you know, we saw the Rising JL. Maybe that was meant to be a fireball and just hit up on accident. Oh, give Daddy some sugar.
No,
it's not going to work out.
Great reaction by Tororo with the jump. For those of you at home who don't know, you'll actually see the meter drain on the side of Bilal if he uses the command grab, the ultimate command grab, instead of the 5U. In addition to that, there are also different voice clips for the 5U versus the ultimate command grab.
So very smartly right there, did Tororo know to jump, just because, you know, hey, could be the Saga, could be give Daddy some sugar, may as well jump either way if you didn't see the meter drain or if you didn't hear the voice line. But, you know, they've got the headphones on, so I assume the voice line was definitely heard.
Yes. Lovely back up from Aaron Demek, able to get that with punishment, force the corner carry. We've seen this round time and time again, but the DP coming out from Tororo.
Yeah, using it so sparingly that Aaron Demek doesn't seem to be structuring their offense around it, right?
What you saw there, the punish on the HS Moji is something that was changed about Bilal coming into this game. Big throw on the round, landing. Safe meaty on the flame carpet.
Yeah, looks like Tororo knew about that setup and went for the throw and knows about the offensive pressure that you're trying to go to. Mashes out and is going to be able to take the round there.
Very, very nice. Tororo keeping this momentum up, getting that damage, and getting that round.
Yeah, looking really strong throughout the set so far. I mean, you know, Tororo is warmed up, of course, having to play through that losing final. Aaron Demek going to have to deal, though, with a warmed up Tororo. on fire, if you will.
Speaking of on fire, there come those Tramore stocks 5 in the back pocket. This time, Aaron Damac with the DP.
Oh, goes for the Masago after the 5H. Remember, one of the things that that you can't do is dash cancel with most of the characters outside of GP, right? So if you see somebody walking after a normal, there's a good chance you might be getting command grab.
Oh, he gets the hit. That's huge. Oh, no, he misses the follow-up afterwards. That could have been a huge amount of damage, potential KO with the resources that Tororo had available.
Well, I mean, Aaron Damac has got to be taking the lucky stars that they got out right there. He's got the guard cancel, though. Is leaving the corner as Tororo. Trying to hit, and now you're going to drain that life bar. Yeah, everybody wants to walk back after they get stuck under flame carpet. Search United is an excellent tool right there. Yeah.
That's not going to reach. Yep, that fireball will catch. And there it is, game 2 going to Tororo, only 1 away from that bracket reset that he's so craving.
Yes, wow, and just emphatic fashion right now. It's just so incredible how strong Tororo is looking. Going back to character select, I'm not sure if that was Aaron Damac or Tororo, because we've known Tororo to take a moment, right? And so this could very well have been them. But yeah, always checking the notes. You can tell they want this so bad. Damac, though, has got to find out the pressure, and so has recognized one thing in particular, and that's always a walk back after flame carpet, right? So now you have to start thinking about Schneid after that, and maybe you just have to block, honestly. It sucks that you're going to lose a little bit of life on the drain from the flame carpet, but I think it's probably better to take it a full combo in the corner.
Yep. Full combo in the corner, even outside the corner, just a knockdown, allowing Percy to kind of start that offense afterwards.
Maybe set up another flame carpet afterwards, even.
Yeah, he has the meter.
Believe in victory.
But here we go, possible reset time here for Tororo, and yeah, going a little bit more aggressive, okay, with the 6XM, but Aaron Damac ready for it. Yeah, big TP. No follow-up either from Aaron Damac, you know, not representing that as an option just then.
6XM breaks that wall with the flame carpet, of course. Yuan's doing another 6XM, landing its mark.
Yeah, flame carpet so strong too, keeping somebody to walk back, but Aaron Damac no longer deterred. Got in there with the 5H, Skybound Art coming in. Okay, this is going to be full corner carry as a result, but mostly just to get that damage and knockdown.
Very smart to go for the frame trap right there. He's been delaying his offense a lot. The delayed throw is teched.
That's right, and it was teched from the side of Aaron Damac even, so you know that's how you know that Tororo knew what the setup was going to be. Another throw right here from Aaron Damac, and this is how he got a lot of mileage previously. So great counter, immediate. Walks back, right? But no, yeah, there it is. The fireballs are back on the, are no longer back on the menu. But yeah, just drain that life, walk away. Let him roast. Oh, but yeah, 6XL recognized the timings of Tororo's offense and, you know, was able to dash L just to get around him.
Yeah, I think Tororo tried to potentially counterpoke that with that 2L in that situation, but oh, that's going to be a big punish for Tororo right there.
That's going to push to the corner, not just the punish too, but oh wow, not deterred again, Aaron Damac.
Wow, and speaking of not deterred, Tororo himself going for the mash on the wake up.
Yeah, I think that both these players know that this is now a slugfest. We are boxing it out.
Yeah, once again, going to capitalize into the Skybound Art, the Lemon, get that corner carry, get that knockdown into the safe jump.
Okay, now he's going for fake safe jump a lot. So, oh, finally going for the real one into the EX Masago after the medium. Putting the pressure on now, going for more throws, and yeah, you know, Aaron Damac honestly is perfectly fine with you taking the throws delayed, right? Because you still take the damage.
Yes. Not to mention, he's been forcing out these brave counters a lot more from Tororo. You can see that Tororo is feeling a lot less confident in his defense right now.
Yeah, I mean, one hit for Aaron Damac is definitely going to kill, simply due to the fact that 25% extra damage on any of those hits. But now Flame Carpet is up. That's gotta, yeah, make a problem, but there it is, the Raging Strike! That is something that we normally laud as being reactable, but if nobody ever brings it up, and you have the mental stack brought up as well, you are just not ready for it sometimes.
Yeah, and that's crazy against a player like Tororo, who's so good at reacting in so many other situations. We've seen the constant reactions to the fireballs, we've seen the reactions to a lot of the offense, and yet that one time, the 28-frame Raging Strike was just that little bit too fast for him.
Yeah, don't let anybody tell you something is an unusable option. Even if it's bad, you have to bust it out sometimes so that your opponent then has to triple think about what their defense is.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah, jumps out. That's the first Masago that got jumped on reaction.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, pressure's on right here, trying to go for the shimmy, but remember, Tororo has started to change the defensive habits because of it, and yeah, there's one of those changes, but Aaron Damac already scouting it despite that.
Gets an air hit there, doesn't wait until Tororo lands, so not able to really get a bigger punish.
Okay, but just outside of the range, right? And it's down backing, so Schneider doesn't catch them on the knockdown right here. Trying to put some pressure back on now that the flame carpet is over. And it's back to the Aaron Damak show, thanks to being in the corner.
Tororo having a hard time really finding his footing at mid-range. Not something that you're usually used to seeing when it comes to him. Stop sign with the flame carpet again. Beautiful approach from Aaron Damak so far. There's the 6-6M to get that hit that he so needs. Might have the resources to get the kill here.
It's not. I don't think it's gonna go. But
that's a link.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. 25% meter. I'm so wrong.
There it is. Aaron Damak getting another round.
Yeah, I thought it was 2 BP instead of 1, but yeah, that increases your damage by 25% there. 3 BP is 15%, so your life bar is going to drain right there. Aaron Damak making this comeback, was down 2-0 and is starting to make adjustments. Oh no!
Wow, the DP actually missing right there. Not able to catch the far light from Tororo. Back on the tick throw.
Yeah, dash L's in. Doesn't want to overextend pressure too much because of the changes to dash L. Oh yeah, tried it again. We've seen so much 2M walk up, press the delay button, so that's why Tororo going towards the Dragon Punch there. But finally, 5H is going to find its mark, and finally we're going to get a knockdown for Aaron Damak in this round.
And again, this is where Aaron Damak has been at his strongest. Goes for the super jump right there. Nice challenge from Tororo. The crouching line is so crucial right there, and now he can start when he needs to. Gets that 6-6M.
He's got a very high success rate on his challenges, honestly, and that's what we talk about when we talk about the stoic defense, right? Got the Schneider right after the flame carpet, and again, that's the situation. You're in the corner, you're trying to walk back, and you're just going to get bodied for it.
Oh! Over-ambitious with that DP, and he's going to die for it as a result.
Wanted to get the chip out, but didn't actually have the chip for it because there was chip guts left, and so because of that, Aaron Damak was able to prey upon how much BP there was left. In fact, there was 0, and so 50% extra damage on anything. We are now 2-2 in Grand Finals.
Yeah, Tororo's so desperate to get Aaron Damak off him, to try to maintain that offense, and as a result, it came back to bite him. That is, of course, one of the key dynamics of this game. You know, the liberal usage of that Brave Points is a double-edged sword.
Yes, yeah. So, I mean, you usually can either get really strong offense because of your Brave Point usage, or you can get out of really strong offense because of your Brave Point usage, right? But the double-edged sword comes in the fact that you, after the first Brave Point is gone, when the second one goes away, you are going to take more damage.
Yes.
The first one going away is inconsequential almost. And you can always get it back, too, with the Skybound Art activation. But here we go, 2-2. Are we going to see a reset, or is this tournament point for Aaron Damak?
Big whiff on the throw right there. Aaron Damak able to capitalize. Gonna reset with the fireball.
Yeah, and set it up in such a way that the Dragon Punch was not a factor, right? Because the fireball would do the meaty, and then you could just walk back at the same time. Plus frames here. Oh, almost got that shimmy. That was real close.
Oh, wasn't able to punish the H Asmodeus that time.
Yep, oh, with the flame carpet, that's going to help. Yeah, Tororo really having a hard time being able to get out. You mentioned the layered offense, the constructed offense of Aaron Damak, and it looks just suffocating.
Has not been able to get out of this left corner this entire time. Aaron Damak is piling on the pressure. 2 BP spent on the side of Tororo already.
And Tororo does not have a lot of life left, so that BP usage is basically mandatory. But oh no! Tried to evade, so ended up getting counter hit by the Dragon Punch, and because of that, now Aaron Damak is on EVO Grand Finals point!
A mere 1 round away is Aaron Damak starting off with the 6XL, but Tororo answers back. Finally lands a throw. Aaron Damak has been taking a lot of those.
Yep, okay, but the Dragon Punch to be able to start that offense right back. The 5H got the counter hit. No cancel into Asmodeus, though. Oh!
Pulls out the backdash with the DP.
Okay, yeah, stopping that with the Flame Carpet. Tried to use Knight in there to catch the run-up, but no dice. The Flame Carpet is still going to be draining a little bit of life, so you may be taking chip damage, but so is Aaron Damak.
Attacks on these throws once again. Ooh. Big close heavy right there. Gonna go straight into SPA. It's do or die for Tororo right now.
Yeah, putting you in a check situation to see that checkmate in just a moment. The offensive pressure has been very strong. The guard cancel comes out. It does get blocked, but that's not gonna deter Tororo as he puts the Flame Carpet up now. Hold on. Oh, goes to the throw. It does get tagged, and that's gonna be a little bit of life loss. Yeah, okay, no BP left, but there's the Steinen. Okay. It is now either going to be tournament reset or tournament point right now. Who is going to be able to make this happen?
What a scary, scary start. What a scary position for both players. Once again, the tech. There's the 6XL from Tororo. Big play on the DP. Gonna get that hit with the far heavy. But Aaron Damak immediately jumping in.
Yeah, was able to jump over that 5H. Now that's going to be good damage thanks to the ultimate, but mostly the triple Asmodeus for the knockdown.
And that superb corner carry, solid damage coming out. Ooh. Big DP from Tororo again. These two are slugging it out.
Yeah, this has become a boxing match real fast. This is no more pensive, no more stoicism. We got to fight it out. And wow, no, the shimmy's not going to work on Tororo. Plus flames here. There's going to be the BPUs for the guard cancel. And you have to be afraid of any interaction.
Big jump from Aaron Mac once again.
Protect right back into the flame wall. He lost a lot of life there.
Yes.
And now, he's back to that stalwart defense, right? Remember how we couldn't open up Tororo before? We're seeing that again.
Get the one stock at the ready, but this is a scary situation for Tororo. If Aaron Mac gets one solid opening, that will be the tournament.
Yeah, another VP used right there for Aaron Mac. So, okay, 50% damage for both players on the increase here. One thing could be bad. No, it is! Finally hit it! That's not going to be able to go! It goes to the lightning strike! It's not going to matter! And Aaron Mac is your EVO 2024 Granblue Fantasy versus Rising Champion!
The insane scrambles right at the end. Aaron Mac keeping it together even after that big drop, and Tororo not able to avoid that raging strike. But man, what a crazy, crazy set between the two. Oh, we see Tororo heartbroken in this moment. Once again, the bridesmaid here at EVO.
But Aaron Mac basking in the elation of the crowd, in the elation of the hometown, because, well, I gotta say, it's only happened, I think, once before this, but now it's happened twice. America's beaten Japan in an anime game at an EVO.
Indeed, indeed.
Oh, man, no, 3 times. 3 times, I forgot Strife. Yep. Oh my goodness. Wow, that game plan from Aaron Mac executed perfectly to that. Tororo had such a hard time getting around it. Even he started to give up on getting away from the flame carpet, and he was like, you know what, I can see that's gonna be damage to me. That's fine, but as long as I get the positioning, as long as I can get a counter hit afterwards, that's gonna be way more than the flame carpet ever did to me.
Indeed, indeed. Now, of course, Aaron Mac just really paving that way for the younger generation of players here in Granblue Fantasy versus Rising, your EVO 2024 champion. Relishing in the moment, the fully deserved moment.
I even got a dab of the camera person. That's crazy right there. Yeah, everybody. Oh, there's Nitro.
Nitro, Jake Ryan, I see.
Yep, I think I saw Tempest for a second there. But yes, that is your Granblue Fantasy versus EVO 2024 champion right there. And now the crowd giving Tororo their dues, yes, and this is so deserved. Tororo, you put up so much of a fight. We love you here in America. We can't wait to see you again, and the crowd loves you as well. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, absolutely incredible showing. Just so much excitement filling the air, and it's so good to see the crowd having such a great time with everything, being so supportive of these players, especially in this grand final set. Wow, just, wow, what more can be said, really?
I mean, that was just exactly what we needed out of a Granblue Fantasy versus Top 6, right? We got to see the evolution of this game when we first saw it at EVO all the way to now, and there has just been just such a stark contrast in playstyle, right? Not just because of the game difference, but also because we now know how to play the game as well as we do, right?
Indeed.
And you're seeing just all of that. And now, I mean, we're going to see a little bit more of that because we have a PlayStation replay brought to you by PlayStation Tournaments to check out that grand finals just one more time as the Vasago getting jumped right there. That would have allowed Tororo the first game, and it was looking real good for Tororo at the very beginning. But Aaron Mac able to bring back that composure, able to make it happen from a 2-0 deficit.
Yeah, incredible, incredible stuff to Aaron Mac. We saw a lot more baits on those DPs, and as you saw, that really was a change of fate in that particular game. Tororo had such a lead, but the DP wasn't enough there. Unable to avoid that DP in that situation, and then we get the final scramble here into the RSRC to take the tournament for Aaron Mac.
Yes, and I mean, just the elation on the face, like, yes, no, totally deserved. I'm just so proud, so happy for everybody in this top 6. Everybody brought their A game, and even further beyond that, honestly, there was some stuff that we weren't expecting to see because these people are just leagues above the rest.
Wow, just, yeah, but honestly, excellent stuff to every every competitor here, not just in this top 6, but throughout this entire weekend. We're going to pass it back to our lovely hosts on stage, Persia and then Joe, take it away.
Thank you so much. Give it up one more time for our top 6. And of course, we have to give them their well-deserved medals. Coming in 5th place, tied for 5th place, is Shinku. Also tied for 5th place, we have Vermillion. Coming in 4th place, we have Artorius. Let's keep that energy up for our 3rd place, Koji Koko. And in 2nd place with an amazing run, Tororo! And our EVO 2024 champion for Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. Give it up for Aaron Mac. And you can't forget our beautiful Victrix trophy sticks for our top 3. Look how beautiful those are. Here is your champion. Give it up for Aaron Mac. Congratulations again to Aaron, to our entire top 6. We're gonna go ahead and kick it back to the desk to get our final thoughts from the casters. Take it away, guys.
All right. Of course, once again, our top 6, and what an incredible top 6 it's been. I've said numerous times now, but it bears repeating, just seeing the story of this game evolve ever since 2020. You know, the pandemic hit, and of course we've had to fight the adversity of having to play the game with the delay based online. But now, of course, years later, here in 2024, really rising from, like a phoenix from the ashes and getting to this grand Sunday stage. It is honestly incredibly heartwarming, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much to everybody who has continued to support this game, who has continued to support Granblue, and will hopefully continue to do so in the future for years to come.
Yeah, that's right. There's so many people to thank at this stage. I got to thank the crowd because you guys were actually insane. So good. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause, really. But yeah, it's been a long time in the making for Viram and I to be right here on this stage, bringing you guys this action. I got to thank 2 particular people for myself, Vivif the Great and Michael/you. I wouldn't be here without you guys. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, and of course we have to give a big shout out to everybody involved in this incredible production, all of you guys backstage, all of you guys on stage. It has been an incredible, incredible showing, and honestly, like, Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for us. It has been an absolutely wonderful time being able to share the mic with you guys. It has been incredible with you, Ebonic, and I couldn't think of a better person to do this with.
Yes, no. So thank you again, everybody. But that is going to be the end of Granblue Fantasy versus Rising here at EVO.